Godspeed, noble being. Thank you for your sacrifice, that we may be brought to you with this bountiful harvest of Dungeons and Dragons. Drums of the Empire, we have returned once again. I am Slappy Meats. You may know me from such channels as this one. Look, the name, it's right there. God. But I am also your wonderful, humble, Dhampir rogue, Sildove. Just the most trustworthy individual ever to backseat diplomacy. Speaking of diplomacy, we also have Lola Man.
Hello, everyone. It's Lolo, and I'm playing one who leans the Mushroom Druid Cleric with a good track record of talking people into playing Minecraft.
Indeed. We have Selnica.
Hello, I'm the mildly chaotic, excellent front player to Felamy, the highly chaotic paladin that tends to cause more trouble than she stops.
We've got Moonlight Kitsune.
Greetings, all. I play the Yozora, Team Warlock, Scholar, Babysitter, and currently marveling the fact that apparently Dove managed to perform the Shadow Clone no Jutsu, and is mildly terrified by that image.
He's a lot at the best of times. We've got a precious Wanya boy, Wanya B.
And I am forever your Tabaxi Ranger. Whoa there.
Wrangling us all. Bringing us all together as a family. We have the wonderful, marvelous, magnificent, magnanimous, and beneficent, handsome and good-smelling DM who would do nothing but kindness to his party at all times. Mog. Iron Mog.
Hail, travelers. Welcome back once more. When we last left our heroes, they had just managed to, through very special circumstances, bypass an entire infiltration and an entire boss fight.
Yeah, we cheated like that. Specifically, Lolo and One Who Leans cheated like that.
It was pretty impressive.
I was gonna pull a prank. It was gonna be awesome.
Words are cheating.
That is true.
Needs nerf.
War of the Words is fine by me.
But,
Says the guy who got stabbed like 5 times last session.
Communications OP.
it's true, Wither has been stabbed a few times recently.
Yeah, way too many times in the last 2 sessions even, so...
It's like becoming like this weird running gag just every session.
We're in a peace session where nothing's supposed to happen. We're just like,
Somehow
relaxing.
stabs himself accidentally.
I was thinking more he wakes up out of bed, he's got a knife sticking out of back.
Yeah,
What
there you
the
go.
hell?
There we go. I like that, yeah. Anyway.
If you can't find the knife, just drag Withers around and you'll find the knife in him.
Anyway.
I'm sure I probably didn't find one of them
Anyway.
in getting him out of there.
Back on topic, guys.
Due to the heroic risk-taking, they have managed to be rewarded heavily. We're going to find out just how heavily they've been rewarded here shortly. We've got some front uploading immediate treasure business that we're going to address. And then we're going to start getting into some specifics and some
Sexy
roles and
boy.
stuff to see what we come up with.
So fucking hot.
After that, who knows what these wonderful, magnificent players have in mind. We'll find out. So, who, all right, so does anybody have like a guess on how much gold there is?
50k.
Way too much
Okay.
for
okay.
us to
Good guess.
recently
Good
leave
guess.
stuff in our pockets.
enough for all of us to live richly for the rest of our lives.
We have that in our back pocket most of the time.
See, I say there's 65,535.
Okay.
69,420.
Did you just do 16
Nah.
bit depth?
What?
Was that just? Did someone just do 16 bit depth?
Yeah.
Or rather,
Yeah.
yeah, 16 bit depth.
Also,
16 bit depth.
let's talk about how good this is, right?
E. Thank you.
We got that good sailed of art now. That was pretty rad.
Yay! I drew. Yay, everybody! I drew art.
You
Yeah,
did
this
an
is
art. You did a
absolutely
good job.
pretty.
You've been a good boy.
Oh. Praise. He's so fucking hot. God. I'd let him drink me in a heartbeat.
Okay, so there is a chest. This was noted by Dove last time. A chest that is very specifically set aside and has the same marks and same like stamps and everything that looks like it matches with the bank that you've recently been at. More than likely, this is what you're here to recover. Everything else you can assume within reason is up for grabs.
Also, I see a shield.
You do? Yeah.
I like the up for grabs bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, while they're looking up there, my focus is going to be on all the alchemical equipment and see if we can find any surviving potions or elixirs of some sort.
My guess, by the way, is the low tens of thousands.
And I'm just tending to Wither's pincushion wounds.
All right, so amongst the shelves near Dove and Yuzura, and the crates near to the rest of the party, there are enough resources, textiles, foodstuffs that you will be able to help supply the local settlement that you're trying to help build for at least 1 month. So they're guaranteed. Bam, month of supply right now.
Well, this will allow us to, pull resources we would have had to dedicate to that to other things we need for this upcoming fight.
There's enough gold. Each one of you can get 3,000 gold pieces. The rest will likely be going towards the settlement to pay all of the wages you just promised and to help cover any other work and wage that needs to be covered.
3,000 for each of us?
3,000 gold for each of you.
And that's not denting what we have to actually return to the bank, right?
That doesn't touch anything that needs to go to the bank or that has been already promised to the individuals that were here that have now been told if you go here, you'll have jobs.
I'm calling magical bullshit, and I'm basically shoving it in a pocket dimension type thing, because there's no way in hell I can carry that much gold legitimately.
I wanna see who won the prices right, because 3,000 for each of us is 15k, and I'm assuming like at least the same amount on in extra.
I was guessing under 50, maybe like 30. But
Well, we
I'd be
were
more than
outnumbered 2-1, so that does kind of sound about right.
The total I have estimated is about 75,000 gold.
75.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That would fall to either me or Selnica, I think.
Jeez.
I actually underestimated.
I just drew out a meme number, so.
Yeah, I underestimated because I was assuming they were all gold pieces. They might be platinum. And I'm looking at how much.
And there's also some in the crates that isn't shown. Like there's the obvious pile on the floor in the bags.
Yeah, I was trying to think how much would fit in a crate, and don't have the space for the math.
There is, as you can see, also a shield, a long sword. There are 2 scrolls. There is a ring, and there's a belt.
Well, time to start getting identifying.
Let's get to looking. I want to see this belt and this ring.
I'm curious of that longsword once I get over there.
Does Dove go straight for the ring?
I do.
Okay, it's like looking to propose to someone.
Hmm.
Oh, sorry, there are 2 rings.
Oh.
Okay.
How romantic.
I'm going to try and detect basically, it's like, okay, are we dealing with magical stuff? Which that's that's a no duh, but it doesn't hurt to check. And that's an 18 for Arcana check.
All right. So hold on to your checks for a moment. That I will let you know already. That's going to be a success on the first item you identify. So you're good on that one. Hold on to them for a moment because there's some more rolls we got to do. But
Okay.
these are now the bonus rolls of what is extra on top of what was already supposed to be here. So basically, this is the rewards for how uniquely you handled the situation.
Hmm.
I do love when there's a lot of loot.
Longsword. Shield. What is this on the shield?
So I'm going to do
There's the
3
shield.
bonus rolls, just in general. You have to choose 4 rolls, and you can choose what table it's rolled off of.
Ooh.
Usually, when I roll first to see what table it's going to be rolled off of, and then I roll off of that table, and then go from there, whatever those results are. So the 4 tables, and this isn't all that's in there, and this isn't like a great descriptor of the things that are in there, but a rough description of the tables. Weapons, armor and defensive items, miscellaneous wondrous items, and consumables. Those 4 tables. And you get to choose 4 rolls, and on which of those tables each roll is then done. You do 1 of each,
So-
you do all 4 on one.
I am personally a big fan of miscellaneous wondrous items.
As the party shield, I'm kind of partial to armors.
Yeah, you're still rocking chainmail.
Yep.
We need armor for you.
I know we probably want to get, since this is all mostly in part to one of the lanes, I want to give. I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I feel like Lolaman, I
At
feel
least
like
one
you
choice
should
is
at least
guaranteed.
get one choice is guaranteed for
Yeah, at
for
least
him.
one.
So,
This is like definitely
like
entitled to Lolo.
we want specifically
What-
for him.
What are the options again?
I say we let him make the first choice.
So the 4 tables are weapons and typically offensive items, armors and typically defensive items, miscellaneous wondrous items that don't fit in the other 2 categories, and then consumables. Consumables will be any of like your potions, any of your like oils, any of your like your buffs, like when you consume them.
Okay. I mean, looking at it from my inventory's perspective, I it might be a failure of imagination, but I don't really see how I beef this mushroom any more than he already is. So I think my thing is going to be miscellaneous wondrous item, and it'll go to whoever it fits best.
Okay. All right, so we'll have a roll on the Wondrous Items table. What do we want the other 3 rolls to be off of?
I'm just expressing a general preference for defensive items, but otherwise, like,
One for
whatever
armor.
everyone decide.
Definitely one for
I
armor
think
for
one,
Felomir.
at least one defensive item for Felemy is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for the record, we've got the shield up here. We don't know what it is yet, so
Yeah, that's definitely a
Regardless.
good thing to keep in mind. But at the same
shield
time,
is nice.
I do need better
Some-
Alright,
hardware too.
Something warm would
I
be
don't
great.
have any issue just completely overgearing the tank.
Yeah.
And I guess the last one, either a weapon or a wondrous item.
We have 4 rolls.
give me a second. Let me grab a coin and I can flip.
Oh, are we getting 4?
You do. You
I
have
think
4
so.
total, and then the 4
Okay.
different tables you can choose from. So far we've got Wondrous, a defensive.
I feel great about my current weapons, and I think Wither's fairly solid, but we could do 1 armor, 1 weapon, 2 wondrous.
There's also a sword on the table, so that's one reason why I'm not too worried about rolling the weapon table. My long
Yeah,
sword's already
I'm
started
not-
good, and
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I can think of anything that, because Dove has what, the Shadow Dagger of Stab, basically, which gives you an extra D6 to your, or whatever, to your backstab.
Yes.
Wither over there has the cheating ability to add to our allies by creating zombies.
I also have the Lashing Fang,
Yes, you do.
so I'm good.
Vilsamy has the Branding Smite or whatever ability from her sword.
yeah, so my sword is like not as impressive as all of your weapons, but it's still like pretty good.
I've got the rapier that, theoretically I can do infinite damage if the dice explode properly. And I believe the only one who needs an quote unquote offensive item would be one who leans down there. But
It ain't my
not-
job, sir.
That's what I was
Yeah.
getting to. That's not exactly your job.
He's
Yeah.
got a decent staff already, anyways. That's for his healing.
Yeah,
so.
that's it's already got it covered.
Like
The only thing
basically
I'm
all of
lacking.
his weapon. We're basically all of one Mulin's weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The only thing
fair
I'm
enough.
lacking offensively is I don't have a bow of any significance. I have a few windburn arrows, but my bow is not significant at all.
Okay, then
Yeah.
how about one
That's it.
defensive, 2 wondrous, and a consumable? Because I'm assuming I kind of want to see if we are actually rolling on a table of consumables. There must be some pretty powerful ones.
Yeah, if they're stacked up against weapons as an option, I would imagine we would be receiving either a lot of consumables or particularly powerful, like a fucking potion of foresight or some shit.
Yeah. To not
Oh,
take any
crap.
ideas from a previous game.
I always forget to do that. Sorry.
What you guys think?
Yeah.
My curiosity.
Yeah, I mean, the third one can be either the consumable, or we can try the offensive and see if we can get a good bow for Dove.
I'm not sweating it. Honestly, like a bow would be nice, but that you're the ranger. My bow is nice for sneak attacks, and but with my current like everything that I'm geared towards right now is suggesting I get in closer,
Yeah.
at least a
And
little
Yep.
closer.
Maybe
Yep. If anything,
maybe we can
and-
get
Oh, go ahead.
maybe we can get Saloon Suntress in this game. Let's
Oh my god.
Okay, so my vote, like, either we do 1 defensive, 2 wondrous, and a consumable, or 1 defensive, 2 wondrous, and a weapon, and either is fine with me.
Same
Could
here.
I
I'm fine with
actually
either.
throw out, instead of that consumable, possibly another armor? Because you're all very tanky compared to Yozora. Yozora's sitting at, because of their proficiencies and whatnot, at only 13 AC.
Come to think of it,
Mhm.
I'm wearing studded leather. I could go for some armor too.
It might not be armor; it might just be defensive items like rings of protection and stuff like
I
that.
mean,
That's
whatever,
hype too.
whatever it is, it
But that's
might be
hype
good.
too.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
wondrous items just as a rule, categorically. I love wondrous items,
But I
but
mean,
Oh
if
yeah,
we're
I
wondrous
could use
items
armor.
over all the variety.
if we're feeling good about our damage output, how we could just do 2 wondrous and 2 defense.
I think I like that.
Yeah, because I mean, we didn't even mention that I still have my marksman bow, which is pretty good as well. So
Yeah, yeah. We each
So
seem
I-
to have a magic weapon of some capability, some description.
All right,
So
let's
weapons are pretty good.
we settle on this before we talk ourselves into one meandering through the choices forever.
Yeah, as much as
Okay.
my curiosity is piqued on the consumables, I think defensive and wondrous are the way to go.
Okay, I'll take it. Mog, decision consensus has been reached. 2 defensive items and 2 wondrous items, if you please.
Deal.
Absolutely.
Just get off the phone with the banker.
And I'm definitely gonna want to see what that sword and shield are that we sealed them.
All right, 2 wonders, 2 defensive.
I'm going to laugh really, really hard if that shield is actually supposed to be like a mage's shield. And it's just like, oh hey, we're going to, that's supposed to be hiding the mage is supposed to hide behind that.
I mean, if you get more defense, that's
I
good for
can
you.
take it. Yeah, I can take it. I'll take it all.
All right, we'll do the 2 defensive items first.
Ooh.
A big and a small to cover.
I was hoping
cover
for
the
a
gamut.
69 in that too. By the way.
Oh, great! Then we get another one.
I made my joke.
I think the rule was if you roll 69, you roll again.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said it.
Because if all goes right with the 69, you're gonna get twice the satisfaction.
Yeah, but one of those satisfactions will be the wrong way around.
Not in front of my dinner, please.
Not in front of my salad.
There is a leather vest. At least it appears to be a leather vest.
Okay.
Huh?
But it's Kevlar.
Now do I have to draw Seldov in a waistcoat?
And the other appears to be a studded leather vest.
Fuck.
Wow, what the?
Okay.
But we probably need to do an Arcana
Let's
check
find
on
out
them,
about
I
them.
would imagine.
Let's
I'm
take a little
working on
look.
it. I'm waiting for the roll.
Yeah,
to be done before I-
keep the list running, and we'll go through, identify everything, and distribute the loot.
I'm not redrawing Dove.
Yeah, I'm not asking Dreamscript to redraw Yozora. Not yet.
That's fine. That's fine. You just glamored over it. It's cool. All right, the 2 wondrous items.
Yeah.
Hello.
Ooh.
Hey,
Wow.
that's the
Okay.
satisfaction being the wrong way around.
Yeah, definitely. Also, does 96 mean we lose one of them?
Well, that sucked.
96 is ass to back. Ooh, 69 is when you're with each other, but 96 is when you're facing outward like Batman and Robin fighting goons, and you're just in the middle of.
That
action.
makes so much sense.
Oh, it's just a cuddle pile.
I'm going to be 100% honest. That's not where I thought that line of thought was going.
I wrote a script like that, actually. Ah.
Okay. Okay.
96 was a flamethrower.
There is a trowel,
Ooh.
and there is what appears to be a wooden lever attached to a metallic base.
It's a light switch
Whoops.
for the sun.
Well, dudes are gonna need identifying.
Sounds good to me.
I really hope we don't have to blow up the sun to deal with what's coming next.
All right. So those were all the selected items. We've got just 3 straight up randoms.
Ooh. Look, all the 4s.
You had to say something.
Yuzora, turn on scanner mode.
There is another shield.
Ooh.
The last 2, FY, we're both on the consumable table.
Oh,
Ooh.
Okay, a 2 and a 71. That's a wide range there.
Yeah, that one was a little interesting.
You've been doing low and then high a lot.
It's weird, yeah.
Cover the gamut. No middle sliders.
also Lolo said Yozora scanner mode, and all I could imagine was Felemy picking up Yozora by the shoulders and then just pointing him at all the items.
Beep.
By the way, have you finished healing me yet?
I mean, as soon as we're back to control, I'm pretty sure I've finished.
So, by any chance, were there any magical daggers stabbed into Wither?
Not yet.
That's a good point. Where did
I don't know. I heard that coming.
that's a good point. Where did I get still in Withers? Because otherwise,
They're
I'm
not. No,
familiar.
they're not still. And the last 2 items, one appears to be. Shit, I just lost it. Hold on. One appears to be a small consumable liquid. It's a little grainy looking, and it's brown colored. Do with that what you will.
I could go somewhere, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I can lighten the load of Yozora and inspect these consumables myself.
And the other one looks to be an obvious grenade, but not one that you recognize.
I'll sample the other one. I'd rather not sample the grenade.
Is it a holy hand grenade?
It's not a holy hand grenade, no.
Righty then. So,
Did Did we get that all written down, by the way, on what we are seeing?
Shit, I know I didn't write anything down. Crap.
I was thinking
Wait,
about that. And
wait,
I'm like,
why would you not write any of it down?
Because
You
I
got
think
it.
a combination of technical issues and me just laughing.
If I remember well, I think 2 shields, 2 leather vest, one what studded leather vest, uh, a lever on the metal base, and God, I mean, I don't remember the other wondrous item. And there was a potion, sort of grainy, whatever, and these 2 most recent ones.
The other wonders was a trowel.
I want the
Yeah, a
trowel.
trowel.
I don't know what it is, but I want it. I want to do some gardening. Magical gardening.
Anyway, this is what I can remember off of my head.
Even if it's just a trowel with 5 charges of druidcraft, I don't care.
There should be 2 shields, 2 rings, a belt, a longsword, 2 scrolls, a trowel,
And the 2 jackets.
a leather appearing vest, a definitely studded leather vest,
So just got my list: vest, studded vest, lever on metal base, trowel, the brown potion, the grenade, shield, belt, ring, scroll.
and
That's-
an amulet.
It's a weird password.
It's a weird password.
You said an amulet?
An amulet, yes.
Okay, there.
That appears to be a turquoise gem on a silver chain.
that's the amulet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I've got access on 1 arcana. Let's get this party started.
By the way, I figure by now I'm done patching up withers, so we.
Yeah, Withers, you should be able to heal yourself to full. All right, so you've made already 1 Arcana check that I said was going to be good to identify something. So what would you like to start with?
I'm going to start with that amulet, because it's just,
The amulet? Okay.
yeah.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna make my now that I'm healed, I'm gonna make my way back over there so I can assist in all this as well.
Slappy, you smoke bomb and we bail with everything.
Say what?
I said, you smoke bomb and we bail with everything.
Peace.
Later, nerd!
Jeremy is going to check up on one who leans to make sure he's fine and everything.
It's still purple. Looking at the potions and stuff.
And she's not going to bother and start going over to the other.
Because the Lazo was doing some alchemical research to keep himself alive, and I'm kind of wondering if I can find something to extend the mushroom's life a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that. We haven't been informed about any of that yet.
Yeah.
That would be very interesting. To one who has complex feelings about immortality.
I'll have Aiden kind of keep an eye on one who leans, make sure he's safe. So, or they're safe, I should say.
It.
Sorry, it is safe.
I don't care, but it's funny to correct people.
I'll take that humor over dealing with the transphobia at work.
Yeah.
Anyways, what did we find with this amulet?
Oops.
All right. So the item is known as the subtle tongue.
My mind went places. Anybody else's mind go places?
Oh, come on.
Mine did too, of course.
Absolutely did.
Come now.
With this group,
No, more
we
subtle.
all would straight for the gutter.
Yeah, it's not subtle spelled with like 12 A's and 11 H's after.
My thought was that it's
subtle
basically you can
casting.
speak any language. It sounds like.
I think it's subtle casting.
Yeah, that sounds rad. Oh, it's an insight thing.
Well, just by this description, that sounds like it'd be for our insightful rogue.
It could also work for our insightful mushroom, since it has the outside of combat bonus to skill check.
Fair
Though
enough.
that also could work for Dove.
This is true.
Forgot about that. You guys can roll rock, paper, scissors for that.
Hmm.
Fight to the death for it now.
We'll keep that in mind between the two of us.
I think we should. I think we should give it to Duff because he has in combat insight checks that he can make and that actually provide other bonuses.
It's true.
That is very true.
Let's see what else we
Honestly,
get.
I-
Let's see what else we've managed to get from this loot pile before we make any firm decisions on that.
I'm surprised. I thought that was going to go another way entirely. I was like, this is for a caster for sure. But
Yeah, also, there's no reason we can't just pass it around as needs be, you know?
Yeah, we'll just
Yeah.
share it. It'll be fine.
I do love a good pass around.
Oh,
What would you like to identify next? Or I guess attempt to.
I think I'll look at the belt.
I'll not make any more comment because I might incriminate myself.
And I will assist if with for advantage.
What are we looking at again?
The belt.
The belt. Okay.
And I've, according to just making sure because I'm getting help, I'm getting advantage on that, right?
Correct.
I'll take a 24 over an 11.
I had a teapot who used to roll crazy arcana checks.
You know, this Dungeons and Dragons, I can't say anything on that.
He sure did. That crockery was a problem.
I'm sorry. You say you got a teapot that can do crazy Arcana checks, and my mind goes to I think it's Poltegeist from Pokemon.
I mean, that means it
Fair.
was pretty good at spilling the tea on any magical item.
I was
Exactly.
explicitly trying to avoid saying that.
I wasn't.
It was basically ghost type.
Yeah. Yeah. Still is, wherever it fucking is. You're gonna meet the colleagues.
Belt is known as
Ooh.
triple tap.
I can only do
Oh.
2 with my heals. Actually, I got 3 ranged attacks. 3 targets.
Oh
with-
my.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh, what the? Ooh.
That's yours. That is all
Yeah.
yours, Wither. Oh my god.
Now, the only thing is that what they're going to be able to use their, cat claw attack, but I think that
That's
makes a
good.
lot of sense.
Because if you all 3 hit, you still get to do another attack.
Like you could
Yeah.
move again, you could do
Mhm.
another item interaction, you could do another bonus action. That does mean you could wiki check twice. The only thing you can't do is attack again because you can't make
Regular
another
action.
standard action.
Wait. So that would take away because I've got 2 attacks.
So
I
you-
technically 2 have actions right now.
So
You get the you
would
sacrifice your
get
kitty cloud.
another. You could choose another reaction.
Mhm.
You could choose another bonus action. Interesting.
If I'm reading this right, and given that Wither just said that he has
Or movement.
the extra attack, couldn't theoretically Wither do the first attack, trigger this, and then attack 3 more times?
Not really.
No.
I think it needs
No.
to be a standard action.
No.
Yeah, 'cause
Basically
it's an
it would
action.
it would basically give my action, basically my whole turn for action, and reaction, or bonus action if I used them all as attacks.
Fair enough.
So
is
while
what it sounds like.
while by
Uh,
standard you have 2 attacks because you have attack and your action is attack and extra attack. This would give you a third. So you would still you're still gaining it's a net profit.
From the way
and then
I'm
if they
reading
all
this,
hit, you can do a bonus action, reaction, or movement afterwards.
yeah,
Another
and
one. As
And
in
it
the
won't let
second
you
bonus.
attack
You
after,
cannot-
and you. Well, you still have a bonus action. You can attack 3 times, still have a bonus action, your movement, all that.
True. You have your cat claws as a bonus action.
Yep.
Also-
Basically.
No, you
but it
can't
would-
attack.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. But
Oh, bonus action and armed
this
attack.
would
That's
this would
included,
make
okay.
me more of a. This would be more of me at range
also
because it's specifically
you know,
ranged attacks is what
Yes.
it is.
Which
With
is
a
why
weapon.
So
which is why I'm like I can do ranged, but I feel like I'm being built. Well, we'll see. It's a toss up between Wither
would
and
that
Dove,
hang on.
but I'm
Would that
heavily leaning Wither.
would that apply to your each attack be applied to your sneak damage?
Sneak only
Sneak
happens
attacks
once.
only once.
Also, one thing to note is
Okay.
Wither can take another attack, but nothing prevents Hayden from taking another attack.
Mhm.
There you go.
Yeah, because he's got his own economy right now, anyways. So that's different altogether.
And now you can also use a bonus action to command him.
So he
You
can act
currently
twice, basically.
Don't have to use a bonus action to command, but you always have the option to. This would give you the potential for an extra bonus
Do
action
another.
on your turn, perhaps to, why not, have Aiden do stuff again.
This is all you. Yeah, this is This is you.
Oh
100.
dear
This is
God!
This is all with
Oh my gosh!
And so it does technically limit you to only 3 attacks, since you can't use your extra attack after it, and you can't use bonus action to attack, such as your cat claws. But it does
But-
give you, as a single action, 3 attacks.
Which was what I was mentioning is if I'm at range, this is a perfect weapon, perfect item for me.
Mhm.
It's useless when I'm at close range, yes. But
I mean, I think the whole pincushion debacle has demonstrated that range is probably a good idea.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I
somebody-
survived somewhat. I mean, it was,
Yeah.
but yeah, we were at lower level too, so that makes sense. Yes.
I mean,
I
this
do need
this
to
just
be,
now, this whole encounter, this whole situation
Mhm.
of a cat sieve
Mhm.
is
Yeah, no, it feels like.
which is
feels
the
like
actual way
some-
that you pronounce the Final Fantasy VII character.
But yeah, it feels like Zelda needs to get more close and personal, and Wither need to start taking things from the back. Yes, I worded this the way I worded it. No, I did not intend it. Yes, I'm still owning up to it.
Great.
All right, so we've got that covered now, basically. So
Yeah,
that
I've got-
that belt is definitely mine. So and
Yeah, I've got it noted in my notes here. It's like, yes, it's officially confirmed for you.
Yeah, dude, you may as well drag that shit in your inventory right now. That's all you, buddy. That sounds great for you. Holy shit.
I guess next on the list will be, let's look at the sword.
While we're at it, I can dip a little claw into the potion and just
You
Try to
need a little
get a
identify.
hate.
taste.
Do you need a little hate with the potion? I got medicine too, so.
As far as I know, a potion can usually be identified by sampling it. As it won't, potions, if it is a potion indeed, but I've worked with poisons and such, I would inspect it to know if it were a poison before I start sampling it.
Yeah, that is the downside of trying to sample it to identify it is, well, if it's poison and you fail, yeah.
Yeah, it does feel like I'll at least aid Zelda in the
But yes.
identification of the potion.
You can attempt to taste a poison. Taste a liquid to try and identify it. You can also use medicine, or depending on some of the liquids, either Arcana or like Nature can also be used.
You know, so
that
we'll
might
mix
be
them together.
something.
I'll do one medicine if you want to do.
Does it do that at advantage with my help?
Okay, I'll use your help then.
And yeah, if you have assistance, you have advantage on the check.
12 it is.
And which
Yeah,
one
you
were
see-
you tasting to try and identify? Oh wait, you only had the one potion. That's right.
Yeah, we just have the brown gritty one.
I mean, you could also bring the
You're
potions
busy.
to the 26 passive medicine mushroom.
Jeez.
You know,
That's what I was about to say when you were talking. I was just like, why don't we just bring it over to one of Lane's?
I mean, if we don't feel confident about the result, we can have one leans double check.
Yeah, I'm like, this is probably some kind of earth walking or mountain climbing or whatever potion or fuck, it could be a laxative. I don't know.
Oh no.
I mean, it's a potion of hike.
I
Yeah.
mean, worst to worst. If it's a poison or a laxative, I've got healing hands.
It's a blended Cliff Bar.
Yeah, there you go. You figured it out. You just added water and started smashing it with a spoon.
I'll hang on to it since we probably don't know what it is. I'll hang
A
on to it
12
for
will
it,
be
too.
enough to identify it.
Oh, good. Okay.
That is what is known as Thieves' Heart.
Okay.
Well, that's sounding seldom already.
It's an ED treatment.
It just makes you sad.
Oh no. Hmm. Speaking of,
As long as we're not dealing with Gaius, I think we'll be fine.
got all night.
And there are, in fact, 2 of them.
2 of them. What you do?
Oh,
Okay.
besties.
Advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Oh,
One
There
out of
are
Dexterity
also
saving
other
That's great for
potions that I will
everyone.
distribute afterwards, but they are all immediately identified as healing potions. You know what they are, and I'll let you know what they or how many you have of each after we're done with these.
Excellent. All right.
Yeah,
well,
so there you go. Thieves Heart, for an hour, you have advantage on dexterity checks.
or saving throws?
Or
Or checks
saving
as
throws,
well.
yeah.
Okay.
I should call this a potion of don't die to fireball.
Yeah, the anti-fireball potion.
Well, it's a good thing that I don't have fireball in my inventory yet.
I guess. These can go in the pile. We'll distribute these later. Gives a good for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's incredible for me, but it's good for everybody. I do have a +7 to dexterity saving throw, so I
Yep.
may not
If
need
anything,
it
we
so
can.
much.
Anything that's up in the air, we can throw in the haversack. To be honest, so that we have it there ready to go.
True. Oh, speaking of, do we have a module for party inventory that we could drop everything into the haversack?
Yeah, there should be a module in there
Yeah,
under
there's a haversack just
NPCs.
right here in the familiars and things.
Excellent.
Each of you should have access to it. Let me double check, make sure you do.
Yep, I see it.
Yep.
There,
that
it's
word ball
green.
needs to be enough for me.
Great, because I have some shit in my inventory that's really heavy. I'm trying to be good about this. I don't think anybody remembers this. So they're going to be surprised when they see 10 gold bars sitting in the haversack.
Just clunk, 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 yeah.
Anyways, I believe next on the list was I was checking the sword. And cheating and getting help from Chibi Susuke's senses.
Doesn't look plain to me.
Oh!
Woo, nice.
Okay, I want
Wow.
the serial number. I want to know exactly when it was made, where, by whom.
Ba-bang. I'm offloading like straight garbage into this haversack. There's an old boot in there.
Is a plus
Ooh,
2
+2.
longsword with striking.
Ooh.
Nothing fancy. Just stick that hits things.
Eh,
I wasted my net 20 on
It's
that.
a stick that hits things better than other things that hits things.
That is true. It's a really good stick.
Successful attacks deal an extra die of damage.
Yep.
I
It
like
does
That's
2d8
really
instead
good.
of 1d8. And it's got plus 2 on it.
that's actually pretty good, especially for me.
That's stellar for Felamy.
Basically, that means I'd have one sword if I'm just attacking, and one sword if I intend to
If you're gonna smite
Yeah,
with
I
it.
think
smite.
if
That's
you
great.
smite with this thing, you're gonna empty a bag of dice every time you strike.
Everybody give me your d8s.
Yeah, this is screaming Felamy.
Yeah, it's like I don't have any reason to use it, so yeah, it'd either be the fills me or Wither.
Okay, can I
Can
make
I
a,
use a longsword? Oh, I
request?
can use a longsword. Huh, I'll be damned. But yeah, that's
Can I
all.
make a request?
Mhm.
Can we look at the trial next? Because the suspense is kind of killing me.
No, I'm gonna go identify a ring.
Mean.
Wow.
Saj.
No, I'll take a look at the trial now. Once again, cheating via Chibi-Susuke and his senses. Oh, hell!
Bark, bark.
I wasted the nat 20 on a +2 sword, basically. Oh well.
Striking, though, that's really good.
A 13 is enough to identify the trowel.
Come on, give us the dirt.
I'll take. Yeah. Boo.
Teehee.
What? You don't dig my punch?
I'll bury you with them.
By the way, I threw the sword in the haversack for right now.
In the other sack? Oh, because I can't take it.
Okay, I'll just take it out of there then.
It's not one of those.
That is the trowel of instant construction.
The hell?
As
Fortnite?
an action, you can touch this trial to any horizontal stone surface within 5 feet of you. Cast a Wall of Stone spell. You must concentrate on the spell as normal when you use the trial to cast it. Once you use the trial, you cannot use it again until next dawn. Wall of Stone, cool.
Oh, what's the day?
Oh
Yeah,
wow,
dude,
that
that's a
is
fifth
interesting.
level spell.
Wow. That would have been very useful during our little siege.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, I know a certain party that could really use something like this right now. We have 2 walls of fire, but a wall of stone would be pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to hazard a guess that would be either for one who leans over there or possibly me.
Either would be good. You don't cast a lot of concentration spells, do you?
My
fairy
bread
fire.
and butter. Yeah, my bread and butter is the fairy fire, because it gives you guys the advantage. But I've also got a number of them. I mostly deal in cantrips that have the nice extra support attached to them.
Yeah, well,
I
that's
mean-
a whole about cantrips, but
Yeah, and all my spell slots are very precious considering the heals I can do, so any free shit I can cast is always good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you don't have a lot of concentration spells either, do you? Like your real good shit is not concentration. Your good shit's healing.
I do have a few concentration spells that I don't use super often. I mean, I do the occasional entangle, healing spirits.
Yeah, this even thematically, this smacks one who leans.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep, it's going by thematics alone. It does belong to our Ahem Undertaker.
I mean, it's a good thing to be able to give the healer a nice little safe space.
Not just the healer, but also our ranged units. Wither, myself, and you could be hiding behind it.
You build a
Yeah.
fort.
Yeah, while
Build a
our
fort.
melee people are out there stabbing, and we have cover in case they decide to try and snipe us back.
And I can
Or
think
even
of
just
a few,
making a choke point, to be honest.
I can think of a few out of combat applications.
Okay. Well, because I'm being curious now, if we're done with that, I'm gonna look at the lever.
I was gonna say, I'm curious what it even is.
Once again, cheating via Chibi. Oh,
Ooh, nice.
I'll take a
Nice.
19, a 25 for that.
This one's a wacky one.
Nice. I like wacky.
So
Wacky.
keep it out of Phil's me and Wither's hands then.
But wacky!
Again, as I'll sell. The only reason Yozora ended up as the team parent is because they were supposed to be pranking. There's, harmless pranks. And then stuck with Phil's me and Wither and created the greatest prank, being the stick in the mud.
Turns out it actually turns off the sun.
Don't need this.
I'm
Don't need
sorry,
this.
you say that again. I just went to the meme of a kobold walks up to you and goes, "Look what I can do!" Concentrates really hard,
Yeah.
and then you look up in horror as the sun explodes.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I think people missed my inside joke.
The wisdom saving throw.
Mm.
Damn, keep this up, and I will cast instant Brazilian wax on you.
Or
Ooh.
it's a lever that
Yeah.
opens
Dude, I'm
a
down.
it's a lever that opens
Please
a
do.
pit trap under whoever pulls it, and you have to scream wrong lever.
For the record, I entirely blame the YouTube rabbit hole for tripping over the, for that quote unquote spell.
Oh yeah.
I think it was
trying
just
to
like,
look around.
somebody's making fun of another wizard's like, oh, I cast testicular torsion. Oh, I cast manual breathing. Ooh, I cast instant Brazilian wax. Huh? Oh.
Mend! Butt crack!
Okay.
Total tongue awareness.
I like men butt crack.
That is an off switch.
Yeah?
Okay, let's
I'm
do it.
scared to read the description.
This miniature wooden lever is attached to a metallic base and can be toggled up or down. As an action, you can make a melee spell attack targeting a construct within your reach. If you hit, you attach the magnetized adhesive mechanism to the target. While the mechanism is attached to a construct, you or a creature that can reach the construct can flip the switch to either turn on or off the construct, I'm assuming as a bonus action. The switch is turned off. The construct makes a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. On the failed save, the construct is incapacitated. At the end of each of its turn, target can make another con save. As an action, any creature within reach of the construct target can make a DC 15 C20 if the construct is made of ferromagnetic metal. Strength check to try to remove the off switch. On a success, the effect ends. When the effect of the switch ends, it falls off the construct. The construct is then immune to the switch until next dawn. Once the switch has been attached to a construct and then removed, it does not function again until next dawn. Okay. That's interesting. Just stick it on a golem and...
Yeah, just shut it off. Just there.
If anybody's looking at Yozora when they identify this, they goes like, the perplexed, what the fuck? Look
All
on
I
their
can imagine,
face.
all I can imagine is Philome's taking that to a construct and flicking the switch rapidly.
I mean, if we're
I can
giving
see
it to
I can see
anyone-
Dove going through, sneaking up to a construct that was hostile and turning it off.
This
Yeah,
is
I
either
was-
this is either me or Felamy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because this has to be melee.
Gotta get near it.
And I think Felamy's a better idea because it's a melee spell attack, and I don't
Yes.
think Dove has that good of a spellcasting mod.
I'm a rogue. I don't technically have one, but because of my my profane hybrid form, charisma is mine, and it's not good.
Yeah.
I mean,
My attack mod's plus 5.
I think mine is also charisma, in which case it's not really good either. So
Really?
we'll see.
What's your
What
attack
would
mod?
fall?
Sorry?
What's your attack mod for your spellcasting or your spellbook?
She's got a +4.
Fucking really? Oh my god.
Huh.
That settles it.
I got a plus 5. Huh, okay.
Yeah.
Attack mod +4. Spellcasting ability, charisma. My charisma is at 12, so I get +1,
see.
but +4.
Okay. Yeah, my charisma's 14. Because I skimped on the int.
Yeah, I can't say much. It's like my charisma's a 15, so or not 15, a 20, so I get a +5.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm guessing who uses it will be situational. It's already pretty
Yeah.
situational.
Oh yeah. If we find a construct, we'll have to have that conversation of do we try and bye.
Into the haversack then, for now?
Sack it up.
Yeah, I don't think we have anybody who can instantly take advantage of that. It's still a case. Wait, dumb question. But does one who leans, technically speaking, count as a construct?
No.
Why
Yeah.
would you want to turn off the mushroom?
I
No.
don't. But this is for other individuals we might come across.
It's very much alive.
Yeah, but it's just like it's
a plan.
this is a question specifically. It's like in case we come across, say,
I mean,
an ant or well,
at-
ants.
At that point, everybody's a construct.
Right.
Yeah, it was just a weird like wait.
Look, you don't want to give the mushroom erectile dysfunction.
It doesn't have a penis.
It already has
Let's
erectile
stick it there-
dysfunction.
stick the lever there to give him one.
It's already crooked.
Yeah, it's already crooked. It already has erectile dysfunction.
That-
How about we have a look at those shields and those
And
vests
rings.
and the rings.
And vests. Oh god, just so many treats, so many fucking goodies. Ugh. I was
This is
expecting-
the goodie session.
Yeah, I was expecting the rings to do
Since-
something for me, but man, that
Yeah.
talisman was cool.
I'm going to look at the non-studded vest now.
Okay.
I am curious, and maybe I'll ask after the session, like how much more stuff we got because of the method we got through.
7 extra rolls.
Ooh, nice.
My chat just quipped that we should stick the switch on Dove and turn him off for a minute.
Good luck.
He's the
Nah,
one.
that's
He's
what you
already
don't
the one
want.
dispensing sticky things.
Anyways, 22 for the Arcana check for the non-studded leather or stud. Yeah, that one.
This switch is always flipped, baby.
Okay, the leather vest, normal leather vest, leather
Vest, leather
seeming
vest.
vest.
That seeming's the thing that's making me go, huh?
It's actually adamantite fiber.
Oh god. Yeah.
Because when you see the process of actually forging adamantite, like turning it into a fabric, it sounds like a fucking nightmare.
And that's where magic bullshit comes into place. You can just hand wave that away.
Just make it into a very thin filament and then weave it into a fabric.
Yeah, just do it. Just fucking do it.
Do
Yeah,
it!
just do it.
Vest of Fortitude. Oh. +1 leather armor is molted green and stitched together from troll skin. When you're subjected to an effect that allows you to make a Constitution saving throw to take only half damage, you instead take no damage. Oh, it's evasion for con saves.
Yeah,
Interesting.
That sounds
That's sweet.
and it's a +1 leather, so you know.
That sounds like Yozora, possibly, because it's
My
light.
Yeah, but my Constitution is absolute garbage.
Is it?
I've got no bonuses or anything.
Yes,
I'm
it
base.
is.
Wow.
My character is meant to be the smart person who hides in the back and goes, no.
Dove is 14 con. Let's see about that other vest first.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, if you can manage to put it on the mushroom, I do have 14
Yeah.
con as well.
Yeah. If it could,
Yeah.
cleric can. Well, cleric or druid can wear light armor, right?
I believe so, yeah.
The
Yeah,
only
it sounds
thing on
great.
this would be I could use it to avoid, disrupting my concentration spells, but again, I've got no modifier for Constitution. My character's supposed to be smart, not tanky.
Yeah, that's why it's best. It's best that you don't have concentration spells at all.
Well, I've got a couple I need to use. But anyways,
Yeah.
to the next... I got plans to get more con. Anyways, to the studded leather vest.
Let's do it. Hey, look at that.
Tasty.
Thank you, Chibi Susuke, and you're cheating.
Stuff
And by the
leather
way-
+2.
And by the way, you do have a Constitution
go.
save. You do
Fucking take
That's
it.
an
have a
upgrade.
con-
Yeah,
That's an upgrade.
I'll have it. Thanks. Wither's already got a fibrous armor. It's got something woven into it.
Yeah,
just-
I've got.
I'm happy to take this
that's. I'm not taking that stuff off for
Yeah,
any
that-
reason.
That takes you to what, 18 AC?
It does.
Nice. Very nice.
And like I was saying,
Let's
you
put that
do have a
shit right away.
Constitution save, Yozora. It's called Standing Behind the Paladin.
You notice, again, my entire thing is I stay in the back lines. I'm support artillery.
I think One Who Leans is best bet for the Constitution one. The Fortitude
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
Put a snazzy little waistcoat on One Who Leans.
But yeah, again, I was like, my entire thing is like I'm supposed to be hiding in the background. I'm not supposed to be on the front lines. Because again, I set them up so you guys can hit them, and then I snipe from behind.
Constitution
Anyways.
saving throws happen fairly infrequently when we're targeted by spells. It'll be it's usually Dex or Wisdom that hit us as spell attacks or spell.
It's going to be at
influences on us.
higher levels that con save spells. That's going to be real nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna start putting stuff in con. But I just gotta get more characters supposed to be smart. That's my
Because
goal.
that'll help you resist stuff like Blight, Finger of Death.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might set to start putting stuff into con. Mind you, the setup was before the Pathfinder was in place, so when I've been snooping through the Pathfinder stuff, like I have been making sure that con's a part of my loadout there because it's easier on that.
Yeah.
That's a good point. It's necromancy. Necromancy is what usually targets con.
Anyway, moving on to the next item. and
'Cause
then
I
we'll
do.
Yeah,
go
what
ahead
we got
and-
next? What are we looking at?
I'm gonna look at
Because-
one of the
because-
shields now.
I'm
One of the
assuming
shields.
I'm assuming later down the line, because if anything casts Finger of Death at us right now, we're kind of fucked.
It's just bad.
It's over. Yeah.
Also,
Anyway.
I'm gonna ask, if we put a vest on the mushroom, does it become a mushroom sleeve?
Excuse me.
No. Okay, so the two shields. One of them is a dark, like gunmetal color. The other one is more bright and has a symbol of like what looks like a Crusader's like
Interesting.
palm outward. Which one of the two do you want to identify?
Let's look at the bright one first, because that seems like that screams fills of me right now.
That is a bastion of renewal. So it's a +1 shield, so you get a bonus of 3 instead of 2. And when you make offhand attacks with it, the damage you deal will include your strength modifier now.
Do we
And-
have permission to view it?
And when you deal damage, you can recharge your lay on hands.
Yeah, that's
That's
that's a give me. That is 100% paladin shit. We are
Can I just
in.
jokingly, it's like Yozora identifies it, figures it, and just offhandedly just yeets it like a frisbee towards Filsamy.
Clearly, this goes to the rogue. I mean, I don't know.
Obviously.
Also, Mog, we
That's
don't have
nice.
permission to view the sheet.
Wow, that is so strong. I'm reading it again. I'm just
there we
hovering
go.
to read it.
Try it now.
There we go. That is so strong.
Nice.
If we didn't have
very good.
a busted mushroom, this would be like a primary font of healing.
This is
This is just
basically-
free transferable lifesteal.
This is
It doesn't
so
hurt to
good.
it doesn't
I've
hurt to
al-
have 2 forms of a healing, honestly.
Oh, never
And
too much
honestly,
healing.
I've always been using my bonus action to make offhand attacks with shield anyway, so this is
Yeah,
like
it was written for Philippi
It's
specifically.
made for me.
Mhm.
This hole was made for me. Dur, dur, dur.
Anyways, I'm going to identify the second shield now. Once
Go
I'm
for it.
cheating. Thank you, Chibi, for the cheating.
That is a portable cover. It also counts as a +1
Great.
shield.
Spit with her. I can use shields anyway.
Yeah.
It's definitely withers.
Just, set it up and then start sniping from behind it.
That is interesting.
Yeah, that's a good shield, but not specifically for me, and it's really good for someone who snipes either Yozora or Withers.
I hadn't even thought about using it on
Oh, yeah.
for that.
Warlocks can have shields, can't they?
Mhm, mhm.
I just found it in the ground and be hiding behind it, so yeah.
I'll be taking that bastion of renewal.
Mhm.
Because
I literally I threw it at you. Yes, you have it.
yeah,
It basically you throw it at me, it sticks to my hand, and it's permanently welded there.
Clang.
now.
yeah. It clangs on.
It clangs on and it's welded there now. It never leaves.
Captain America's theme starts playing.
I can
Oh.
see this being good for you, Yozora, more than me. Well, because I'll be more mobile, because I'll
You do
probably try
zoom.
and be in like the
Yeah,
You-
you do
you
have
do
to zoom,
zoom.
so
yeah I have the
Yeah,
zooming,
yeah,
so,
yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good Yozora fit.
I'll take it then, because again, it's just gonna be sitting on my back. But the sole purpose is because I'm not a shield user. I've already got my hands generally occupied with a staff and sword, or pseudo dragon, depending on the day.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
one at a time. But yeah, you having a shield, AC for you, you are starving for AC.
I am well aware of that. That's why it's like again, hide behind it.
Take it.
What
Yep,
we got
that's
next?
why I said it should be to you, because my AC
Yeah,
is
I
not
guess
bad right now either.
It's only the rings left? Question mark.
We have a grenade and 2 scrolls as well.
Okay, I
Speaking
think
of,
start
because
with the rings.
Yeah.
The grenade, I think you actually already know what it is. It's another demi bomb.
What now?
That doesn't sound familiar.
Oh, I've got it. It's in my inventory.
Oh. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's something that
Earth
Dove
is
and I
frozen
picked
stuff.
up when we did the ill-fated split the party.
Mhm.
Let's see. Creates a black explosion in 5-foot radius. Creature in area takes a 1d8 thunder damage. Stunned if it has less than 5 hit dice. Deafened if it has less than 10. Undead take 3d8 thunder damage and will continue to act for 1d4 plus 1 rounds. Anybody who's in the area is restrained with escape DC of 15.
Nice. Yeah, might as well pick up another one. Yuzora.
There you go.
So that's going to be into my inventory then?
Keep them together with keep the bombs together.
And to be fair, don't want this going anywhere near the chaotic ones.
Yeah, put it in the haversack, and we'll see about
Oh.
it. Yeah, drop it in there.
Yeah, throw
And
them.
I
I'd
want
say
to-
just throw them both in the haversack for right now, I guess.
But I want to play hot potato with it.
Now we need a ring of prot to bring Felemy to 20 AC.
Honestly, if we can get me a good plate mail, even just regular, not enchanted, that would bring me to 21.
Anyways, let's start with a ring. Let's see what we get.
A ring of Cockswalk.
That sounds like a very magically painful way to make a eunuch.
New bottom surgery just stir up.
Hey,
Oh my god!
See?
+2!
Called it. +2, nice.
does not stack with heavy armor.
That's a 10k gold ring. I like that.
I can't look at it.
No, since this does not stack with heavy armor, that means it's not for me.
I'll take it. I need AC. I need it bad.
There it is.
Yeah,
Plus
that's
2 to
great.
AC
That's great
and
for
2
you, Zora.
saving throws.
Does not stack with heavy armor, I see. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect for you, Zora.
Yeah, and once again, do not have permission for the sheet.
For anyone without heavy armor, really.
That puts my AC up to 15, considering I don't think I can wield the shield properly. Because
Should have permission now.
give me a second, I'm equipping that.
It's either we stack. We either plug the hole in the boat or put an outboard motor on it. So we're either you min-max it or we fill. So we've got unfortunately not Felemy, but Wither or Dove could have a 20 AC.
By the way,
Or
Mark,
we
apparently
could-
That would
Fix
put me up
yours
to
AC.
21 AC.
You'll be at 21.
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm
you
at
can-
19 right now.
Very good.
Because
I'm at
Don't
19.
think-
That's why I said not to that I didn't need that I shouldn't take this shield. So
Wait,
Yeah.
quick
Yeah.
question, because I'm blanking on rules. How many rings are we allowed to have equipped?
2.
Okay. So,
One
if
per.
okay. So let's see what the other ring is before I really get into depending on this. Because I've already got one ring equipped.
I allow 10 rings, but you can only attune to 3 items.
Oh.
By the way, Mark, someone from Kitchen's chat is asking if you've seen the Jackie Chan Adventures series.
Yeah.
I need to condition my hair. It feels greasy.
That's old school.
I haven't been saying anything because I
very
didn't
much
want to, because she's been putting out also the like, oh hey, the ideas that would
Charmingly.
make me want to run away.
String us for advantage on social engagement checks.
That is for the
Oh.
mushroom.
that screams mushroom.
Yeah,
It
That is
does.
a ring of
It does,
that is a ring
goddammit.
of diplomacy.
Ugh. Yeah.
That is a ring of diplomacy.
It's frustrating. My flirty ass is like, oh, I want that, but it's so much better. It's so
My
much better
first
for
thought was
Hal.
that too. By the way, Dove.
Yeah.
For
My
Dove,
mind-
yeah.
my mind went to my deception, hiding my true form a little better. But yeah, everything there screams one who leans.
I mean, are you. Devil's
The
advocate.
mushroom is getting so powerful.
Devil's advocate here. Seldev does make more social rolls than I do because I'm so good at my job that I don't even have to roll.
That is
True.
true. That is
It's
one
a
of-
Oh,
toss-up
and it is
between the
insight
two of
too.
you.
Oh, fuck. Right.
Oh wait,
I'm
Oh,
keeping
yeah,
that
but,
ring of
uh,
protection.
The charming
but it's
ring
on- yeah,
this one.
with the
Would that
subtle
would
tongue.
that work on your yeah? Because you've got the subtle tongue and you've got the charming ring.
And I
yeah,
have
but it only works on outside of
Yeah,
combat.
but this one only works outside of combat.
it's true. I mean, the subtle tongue does too. But I mean, it doesn't work for my Ilaria's.
But the subtle tongue
spectacles.
works inside and
lenses.
outside, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Ilaria's
So-
lenses and my my ability of insightful fighting. Those are combat, so those would not work for that. More devil's advocate.
Yeah,
Cambion's advocate. I guess
So we may have a way
Is
of
that-
saying because like the charming ring would go to one who leans, and then the subtle tongue would go to Dove. With
I mean,
that
it
thought
it
process.
also does, because my persuasion is at +9.
it's very big. So having
If-
advantage on a +9 is very good. I
'Cause
I'm
if- and
hungry
if-
for it, but
If I have permanent advantage outside of combat, that brings the passive to 24. Which is a little bit ridiculous. Okay.
I say it goes either on Zelda or one who leans, but interchangeably as situation calls.
it's pass it back and forth.
Like I said, I'm stealing that ring of protection then because I need to get my armor.
Yeah, that's all you.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
that's when your
definitely.
protection goes to you.
Definitely.
Not counting when I'm wearing the shield now or using the shield that puts my armor class at 15. Woot! I'm not gonna
So,
instantly
Al-
be poked.
You don't do a lot of deception, intimidation, or performance. You do a lot of
Yeah.
you do incredible insight and incredible persuasion already.
Yeah. I got +8 insight, +9 persuasion.
My insight is +6, so it's not that powerful. My persuasion is +5, so it's not even close. So again, do we plug the hole in the boat or put an outboard motor on it?
Good question. Mm,
I mean, I'm always happy about plugging holes.
Me too. I'll take it.
Giggity.
I think. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in this case, we might as well put a motor on it because
Yeah,
the
you could take this.
situations, the situations I would be required to do big rolls on
You would need
might
massive
weigh a
rolls.
lot more than
Yeah, you would do better from having an overpowered stat in that department.
yeah.
Can I
Sometimes
point
the
out
roll
something?
are world changing.
Can I point out something just for immediate consequences?
Sure.
Dove did put in a request for the anonymous forms and whatnot to get that book from earlier.
Oh yeah, could I borrow that ring for a little bit?
And somebody
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
then it's all yours.
Yeah, and
I
then some,
could say we pass it around when needed, but by default it probably should go on the mushroom.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say put it on the mushroom to start, and if it needs to be transferred over, we can always remember to do that.
Slip a ring over your
Sounds
mushroom.
good.
yeah,
sounds
somebody's going to have to, because I don't know, the what's his fuss, the turtle is going to need to talk to Dove directly, or if maybe one who leans could talk as well in that case.
I have a bunny
Right,
to
no.
talk to. This would be this. It's
Yeah,
gonna make it
and you
very
need to
important.
return that coin you took from the bunny.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
but,
mean, it's in your hands right now anyway. You can just slip it to me when you're done with it.
Mm.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's
good.
like I know
Yeah.
long term it'd probably be better on one who leans, but immediately, Dove I know really wants that book, and we probably don't want to rob the bank because that seems like it'd be a great way to destroy any potential allies we might have from here.
Dove and Felemy want that book. I don't mind Dove having a look at that book, but I don't want to leave that book.
Oh,
in
you
that
just
vault.
have to ask for it, Philly. Okay.
I hate you.
What's the attunement requirements? Is there any?
No, I don't worry about attunement.
Okay.
You lovely bitch.
Okay, and this
But,
just leaves us with the 2 scrolls that need to be identified. So here we go.
I have claimed the
No
subtle
rolls
tongue.
needed.
Oh,
Ooh, I like
Ooh.
that.
Okay, but this hasn't happened in this campaign. But
Can I have
due
the
to
fireball? I want to play with
past
it.
due to past experience, you might not want to let me have those scrolls.
if Wither said that out loud, Yozora is gonna look over at him and just deliberately take the scrolls and stick them in their pouch. Like, no.
At the point, just looks at Wither, just here's the scroll. Like, better to destroy it.
Yeah.
Oh, yum.
There are 2 potions of superior healing.
Okay.
Very good.
4 greater.
I love how the immolation spell sources elemental evil players.
And then 9 normal healing potions as well. Amongst all the alchemical ingredients and everything that's going on.
Let's drop this in the haversack and sort through it
Yeah,
at
I
our
said we throw
leisure.
them in the haversack, and we'll distribute later as needed.
One. I got it for you.
I know I don't want to be the generic fireball throw, but does anybody mind if I take the scrolls?
No, I think you're the
That sounds
the
good.
good fit for them.
And offensive spells, it sounds like it has to be you.
Sounds good to me.
Because
Especially
casting
Warlock
from a
unit.
scroll uses your mod, right? Does it use your mod?
Yeah,
Or does it come with it?
uses your DC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Yozora. That's good for Yozora.
That's all
It's just-
Yozora.
Free elsewise. It doesn't use slots, doesn't use computer components or anything.
That raises a question I'm going to ask now. Because of that, the Scroll of Immolation is a concentration spell. Because it's coming from a scroll, does that mean it's still something I have to concentrate on?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, making plans.
Potion of
Fair.
greater healing.
And just a reminder, if we can get me a plate mail, I'm gonna hit 21 AC.
Okay, according to my notes, that is everything that needed to be identified.
Mhm.
There we go.
And I did already add my 3k GP.
So did
If
I.
that's what.
And
okay.
everything else I'm taking.
2 superior, 4 greater, 3. 2 superior, 4 greater, 9 healing in the haversack. I put the fireball and immolation in the haversack, but it sounds like you're there in your inventory, so I'll remove those.
Yeah, it just makes sense at this point.
Are the potions and stuff what I find down there?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That was everything in both chambers combined.
Does One Who Leads find anything like fascinating about the longevity experiments?
It doesn't appear so. Those secrets are not here, and possibly may have died with him.
That
Makes
bastard.
sense.
I wanted to talk to him about that. Philosophically.
Can I say it's nice to look at because of everything I'm wearing now? The portable cover, ring of protection, cloak of protection, studded leather, and whatnot. I have an armor class of 18 now.
Oh shit! Yes, there you go.
That's nice.
We're
I'm
in
not
there.
gonna.
Did you have a
I
shield
cannot-
before?
No.
Fuck! Yeah, that's a big jump.
Yeah, for me is like my character again. Support artillery. It's supposed to hide in the back. I'm not supposed to be on the front lines.
Well, now
Yozora
you can be
had
a battle
studded
warlock.
leather and a cloak, and that was
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
And
You
I was
just got a
hiding
whole lot
behind you
harder to hit.
guys.
You just got a whole lot harder to hit.
Yeah, because
No.
what my logic was, generally one hand has my
So-
my quarterstaff, and the other one would have my sword.
You guys better semicircle in front of my ass, because I'm the only one left under 15.
Oh wow. It did cross my mind, like, Yozora, sure, here, have this ring, but at the same time, one who leans.
No, it's good. I got plenty of good options to get out of trouble.
Yeah, and no offense, like Yozora's a little bit more likely to end up having to go into melee, because
do have a sword.
warlocks can't actually do that, and also
Yeah.
my build right now.
Capable of it.
And if
One who leans to
the
be away from the combats.
And you don't have a whole lot of spell slots, so you do run out of artillery options.
Yeah, that's why it's like a game with my cantrips. Everything I've chosen, while a lot of it does damage, everything else is a secondary effect, with the exception of Eldritch Blast, because that's the bread and butter at the moment.
and honestly, if one who leans need extra haste in a specific encounter, I always have Shield of Fate prepared.
Same, but I don't think AC is gonna be my problem. Like, most of what's gonna be able to reach me is gonna be dexterity checks and constitution saves, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you've got a lot of dex saves and maybe even wisdom saves coming your direction.
Yeah. And wisdom saves, even without items, I'm kind of
You're
good.
great on that.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we put those items in the right hands.
Yes, this feels good. I've got the subtle leather +2. I've got the subtle tongue, the charming ring for now, until my date is over.
I'm
The
just
off
happy-
switches in the haversack. Just what the...
I'm happy with my triple tap.
Triple tap is so good.
And I'm very happy with my shield.
Yeah.
Now, if you can just get me armor, I'll be an absolute walking fortress.
Everyone, this one has found potions.
Ah, we found a lot here. Oh, look, here. We've got so many liquid assets to, well, I guess fund our expansion efforts.
For the
Is
record,
this
Yozora's
not
still...
part of what we must restitute to the bank?
This one, right here.
Oh,
This baby can hold so much restitution.
For the record, Yozora's looking at the off switch before it goes in the haversack. He's like, what sort of fey-touched, gnome-headed contraption thought process made this? Just utterly confused by just why it's made.
Everything else here, well, it sounded like we were dealing with some heroic bandits working for the redistribution of wealth, so let's redistribute it to us.
And we are going to end up being on the front lines against something that apparently managed to evade and defeat Pawnee before. I'm not looking forward to that.
this is a considerable amount. Do we have the means for transportation?
We have a haversack.
I'm not sure we can stuff that treasure chest into
Did
the
we-
haversack.
We took a cart to the town. We didn't take a cart here.
No, we were on foot.
We may have to send a recovery team.
1 second.
We should send a recovery team in any case to retrieve the weapons in storage in the building outside.
Oh, we need to check those too. Crap.
We can leave whatever you
Can I
think
make it-
here will go towards the efforts of building and expanding and everything. We can leave that for the team. I'm more than happy to fill my pockets with my share.
How heavy is the chest of gold we've got to deliver back?
The 5 of you should be able to manage.
The 4 of them should be able to manage.
Wither and Felamy should be able to manage.
Well, if,
Bellamy tries to Bellamy takes the weight of the chest to see if she can put it on her back.
I've got an idea. I just need to know if Bazillion in this case, because she's got the highest strength mod, if Philzami can carry it in any way, shape, or form.
Bill and
By
Wither are
herself,
close.
probably not.
Bill and Wither are pretty close. I think they're beefy
Yeah.
enough to
Yeah,
hang
'cause
The
with.
I'm
two of them
sitting
working
I'm sitting-
together. Yes.
Can she pick it up? That's showing me still a no. Damn.
I mean, if we can load it on a workhorse, I can turn into one.
That would hurt your back so
That
much.
might work as well. Because I can still make it so I can make. Yeah. How far away from town are we? Like, time wise?
Few-hour walk.
A few hours. Damn.
Did Van Hulens,
Yes.
did you have eyes on those daggers?
This one has not noticed them here.
Hmm. I didn't find them here. 1 second.
For the record above the table, my idea was to use gaseous form.
That's true. We did not get sight on the blink daggers.
I know that's still in play, but it's like if one of us can lift the stupid thing in some way, shape, or form, I can cast gaseous form, and it's like, oh hey, what weight limit? It's gone. Unfortunately, it has to be on a willing creature and not just an item and whatnot. It's everything it's wearing and carrying.
I'd love to look around here, where where we had I particularly not looked before. I'd love to scour for these daggers. Do we find any sight of them?
Aiden will help if anything to see if he can look under and around with him with Dove.
They might have just poofed with the guy.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Which I'm afraid of.
And you have advantage.
Wait, you're. Oh, sorry. Okay.
There does not appear to be any sign of the daggers in here.
Is there any sign of where he? I don't. Dove wasn't really informed of the details of his demise, but is there any signs of it?
There is a spot on the ground that seems to have a bit more of a shimmer to it, like a lingering magic touch.
Pretty much right where you are, actually.
Mm-hmm. But
Was
in
this
that area,
it?
yeah.
Was this where you had your discussion? I call out down the cave.
This one believes it's built called upon. Yes, Dove.
He just holds up his thumb where he wipes the ground, and there's like that oily sheen kind of on his glove.
This spot is indeed where Delazu put an end to his days.
How did he do it?
He impaled his throat with 2 daggers.
Wait a minute.
Interesting. And then just this is all that's left. This
Residue and the chain link that was given. This one believes is all that remains.
I'm not here to think about it because I'm away because I'm not hearing this. But think about it. 2 daggers. Do you think he stabbed himself with those 2? Maybe above table.
Yes, absolutely. I very much think that. Now, not to doubt the good fortune we've been met with. If he stabbed himself with 2 of these teleporting daggers, but you say he stabbed himself in the throat, that's... Wow. What a way to go.
Above the table, he basically ripped himself apart by teleporting parts of himself in 2 different directions.
It's like kind of
This one,
what I'm thinking.
this one does not believe it should be thought of as the death of more traditionally composed beings. He was made of more energy than matter, as Etherborn are composed.
So to destroy himself, he may have tried to teleport the daggers to themselves inside him and destroyed himself utterly.
The mechanism of his death does elude this one as far as its understanding is concerned.
It does seem the daggers are gone, so some sort of self-destruct is, seems unfortunately likely. Those would have been incredible assets. Not that we are already making out like bandits. More profitable bandits than themselves. But damn, it would have made our trek back much easier.
We already have acquired considerable amounts of assets. Let's, to use a proverb, not look a gift horse in the dimensional stab wounds.
Speaking of gift horse, I suppose we should see about acquiring some beasts of burden to get the... What am I saying? We have a few already. Bellamy and Wither can handle the chest. Getting them back to
Meanwhile,
old
this is
turtle face.
That's nice to Philomene trying her best to just lift the chest and put it on her back.
Need a hand?
Philomene will nod.
I'll pet Aiden. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
I think I'm about ready. If we should maybe survey the weapons out there. I only caught a passing glimpse of them.
This
See what we
one
can do.
believes the arsenal out there should be delivered to the outpost. This one will send a Silver Raven and inform our compatriots of this location.
Perfect. Do we have 2 ravens or 1?
2.
Fabulous.
Above the table, we're still gonna check what the other weapons are, right?
I don't think that's necessary, because, I mean, we looked at them. They're probably just a bunch of maybe +1 shit, maybe less. Because they
Wouldn't
did
be-
say there
wouldn't
was
be hurt to-
some magical.
I wouldn't be hurt to take a look on the way out, but yeah, I'm
I
down
think
with that assessment.
I believe it's more of a bulk item. It's not really meant for, well, us.
Yeah, it's it's like in Metal Gear Solid 5, right? When you get like a Connex full of weapons, it's not stuff for you. It's you're supplying Mother Base.
Yeah.
Or Peace Walker. Peace Walker fucks,
Sounds
dude.
about
That
right.
game's so good.
Well,
Yozora's helping move the chest, by the way, since I guess we're carrying this stupid thing.
Is your strength 8? Do we have any 8 stats? Does anyone have any 8 stats?
It should be impossible.
Okay.
No, not
we all
with
have
this
t-
setup.
We have 10. Okay.
Yeah, my strength is 10. I'm average
Same.
person, strength-wise.
Yeah, I'm also.
I'm sitting
I'm
at
at
16
17.
myself.
You're
I'm
way
at
too strong.
17 on strength.
17 and 16, carrying the chest.
And yeah, I'm going outside outside, so that the raven can actually fly off. And I'm gonna send it to Pawnee and inform her of this location, and that she should send people to retrieve a bunch
Ah.
of weapons.
Ah, my old art, my placeholder.
Oh yeah, your old token's still on old maps.
Where'd it go? Yay, sexy. Yeah, can't stop looking at him. I'm gonna nibble his ears.
One of Helene's is wandering outside. What are the rest of you up to?
Well, seems me and the kitty are dragging the chest outside.
Hey, I'm helping.
Yep. You're just keeping it stable. Yes, that works.
If you know anything about moving very large, very heavy objects, yes, a third person keeping things stable is invaluable.
Yeah,
Pivot!
I'm just now imagining, Chibi Susuke being a little shit and is riding on top of the gold chest. It's like, I'm king of the world. I'm gonna.
And Aiden is underneath it, making sure it doesn't hit the ground.
That
If we're
doesn't
gonna, if we're
seem
gonna
like a
be,
good idea.
that might squish them if we let go.
He's got 16 strength too, so don't worry.
Oh wow,
Mm-hmm.
dragons are strong. Damn. Ah, dizzy. I wouldn't mind taking a look at giving a once over to these weapons in this room.
Go ahead and roll an investigation. And one of Helene's, is there anything specific you want to put in your message?
This location, as precisely as I can describe it,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and vaguely the amount of things that should be recovered, so that she doesn't show up with two guys and have to make like
Okay.
5,000 trips.
The Raven will go flying off the direction of Bonnet 2. Doug. The weapons, there's a lot of racks of long swords, short swords, war hammers, maces, mauls, axes, that's battle axe, hand axe, great axe, daggers, rapiers, and scimitars. And they all seem to be a fairly good make. There's a little bit of a magical hum to some of them, so you can expect they are either mundane or +1.
Sick. Outbid our homies with some nice stuff.
Mm-hmm. And are otherwise not special. They're just plussed.
My guess is the impact on the siege would have been that we would have had better troops with better weapons and armor, basically.
That is one of the things you would have got from this, yeah.
It might still come in handy.
I mean, we've got a second siege on the way. We just happen to have a super boss attached to said siege. You laugh like I'm wrong.
There are also enough trees and branches that if you wanted, you could make some sort of a litter and carry the chest that way.
That would probably be a good idea.
I'd be happy to.
That works. At least
assist.
get it outside first. So
I hope the kitty with some scrimshaw, since we know the, that's probably more his bag.
sounds good. I'll use my axe and everything to make it easier.
And we've got Druidcraft. We can make all these branches weave together properly.
Is there anything else that the party would like to do while we're here?
I don't think we have anything. We've looted the place. Everything is to the best of our ability, as far as I know.
I think we're
Is there
done. but-
anything else to do? Aside from the fact that Felemy will strap herself to the litter once it's made, so that she basically pulls it like a beast of burden.
Do you want me to carry it as a draft horse? Just so your hands free if we
Yeah,
have to defend ourselves on the trip?
But I think that makes the more sense. Have one who leans becomes a horse. We secure it to them, and then the rest of us are basically on honor guard type deal.
Cool with that. If we, a litter sled, a
Oh.
little toboggan, a little makeshift
Okay.
toboggan.
I wanna see if I can actually, because can I actually?
Because being a horse and dragging something would make you faster
Yeah.
anyway.
Look, I can do it.
Oh.
I can do it myself.
Yay!
You did it! Hooray!
Alright. Felemy would start strapping things to one who leans.
Now I think I might have some canvas bag or something in our inventory to sort of help make it a toboggan configuration.
Basically, we make a sled, and then we drag this thing back to town.
Leaving a nice followable trail. Which is helpful for the people trying to find their way to this place where we're sending them.
That thing does not check the sheet you're putting it into, though. So I could have walked up into a Tarrasque.
Why was
Oh,
there
wow.
no-
I would assume that was an encounter table roll, in case we were to trip over anything.
It was rolled
It's a
to see
few hours.
see if our Groupon was still valid for our date.
It is a few hours travel back to town, but you are eventually able to once more emerge from the trees and the dense vegetation and find yourselves back within Ponagar. It's up to you. You can remain
horsey.
as a horse or revert back to mushroom.
I mean,
Up to
I'll
yours.
revert back, but after we actually get to the bank, might as
Mhm.
well.
Make the gold someone else's problem at that point.
As soon as the chest is off of me, I'm gonna revert back and raise my voice as much as it can be raised. Mr. Ned, we have your money.
Hey, where's the guard?
Smoke break.
But he's not supposed to leave. He was very clear about that. He wasn't supposed to leave his post. He better not be slacking off.
Ned will slowly make their way back out. Will appear in the entryway, hands on their hips. Well, let's see.
What was that? Come again?
Let's see.
with
Yeah,
the,
Zora's just
with the
gonna open the
flourish
chest.
gesture to the chest. We've got your damned money.
He will step over to the chest. You see his face immediately is beginning to just light up as he instantly recognizes the chest as being one of his own. And he's, oh, you did it. Oh, bless all of you. This is the best thing ever. Oh, God, oh, please. I hope it's all in there. And you see him, he like pats himself down and finally produces a series of keys from somewhere and counts through them, rushes over to the chest, unlocks it, opens it, peers inside, nods to himself, shuts it, relocks it, stands back up. Oh, y'all done made my day. Thank you so much.
The
You have no idea.
investigation was successful, and we hope that this makes up for any inconvenience caused during it.
Now, question: was there enough time for us to see what was in the chest for that he had it open?
Make a perception check.
I like this.
That sounds like something that should be done.
Mhm.
As soon as my computer catches up. Come on. And my game has frozen, so I'm going to have to take a second. So,
There's definitely some gold. You absolutely see the hint of gold inside there. That's not exactly hard to notice.
there we go.
There's also a stack that you can see. It's, sort of, spilled across the top of it. That looks to be a stack of papers of some sort. There is as well a couple of items that Dove and Philemy notice as being some sort of porcelain doll looking items.
And 3 total porn mags.
And what looks to be some sort of ringed and bound ledger, perhaps with what looks to be a pin.
I guess it didn't really cross my mind that I could have picked the fuck out of that lock and we could have just rummaged through it earlier.
Eh. Oh, that was his shit. Okay. I thought it was something more general. Interesting.
Well, you done recovered everything that we'd been ready to ship off, so now we can make arrangements to ship it back off as we had hoped, as we really intended, and as we had hoped and expected. Thank you.
There is more.
What's that? What's that?
We have settled the matter of banditry in the area. You should not be bothered anymore.
True. You speak true. You mean it. Really. No more bandits. I'm gonna hold to that.
At the very least, no more bandits from the clan we took care of. If someone else were to move in, unfortunately, we can't stop them at the exact second.
Now hold on, wait.
Oh,
They got
no,
whole clans of bandits?
Let's not downplay the significance of our trade agreement here. That is most certainly the point, that we will seek to unite to defend the roads. Isn't that right, Owl?
Indeed, trade routes are assets that will be protected under the agreement.
Well, that's good to know. It's good to know. I will say this. You were difficult to work with. You
Same.
gave me quite the headache I had to nurse all day. But you did recover what was needed recovered, and you did a good job.
Philemy, at the mention of being hard to work with, will give the most epic high roll.
I will extend my hand in a handshake. A double clasping one. A winning smile. I assure you, the feeling is mutual.
Ned will step over, will shake your hand, and will nod as if he fully agrees. Yeah, you done did a good job. Thank you very much. Also, and he'll grip a little bit tighter on Dove's hand and pull Dove a little bit closer. I've been needing to talk to you.
Oh, I can't wait.
But the rest of you, thank you again. If there's anything I can do, just let me know. I'll be here for another hour or so, finishing up. The bank is closed for the day. Nobody else is here.
There is something, but it can wait for after your conversation with Dove.
Very well.
As Dove, once Ned starts to head back in, but before Dove can follow in, Filmy will just subtly grab Dove. And she'll gesture this. She'll try to gesture to signify the staff and maybe subtly taking it away.
The wand. Yeah. Dove just gives a half-hearted shrug. I won't be
Filmy
long.
shrugs.
I trust.
Do you want to, just quietly, do you want some backup?
I should be fine, but sure. Sure, if Chippy wants to be my little friend. Certainly. Have a little chibi on the shoulder. I suppose I'll meet you all at the tavern. Or you can wait here. Whatever's floats your boat. Mr. Ned.
After all of my puncture wounds, I think I'm going to go up and take a nap.
Just don't take any drinks or you'll leak.
Well, I mean, I don't care what they do. Tavern is open. You can go get a drink, get some food. If you want to stay, get some rest, you can do that as well. But yeah, you and Ned will look at Dove and nod subtly. Come on back to my office.
Right away.
I'm staying nearby.
Mm.
Out of sight of the window, for the record.
Actually, I'm gonna go up into
I like
the
the
tree that
sound.
I was up in earlier, when we were here, and relax.
Ned gestures, make yourself comfortable kind of gesture before they move around the desk, sit down, lean over, open up one of the drawers. You're rummaging through it for a while before they, here we are. And they pull a ledger out, leather-bound book, sits on the desk, sits back up, and gives you a bit of a long glance. That was, I'm not gonna hold it against you. What you tried to get my guard to do.
Yes.
That was clever and a good attempt. Now, I know. I said they're anonymous forums. They are anonymous. I don't know who specifically each one belongs to, but, and he'll open up the ledger. You notice each one does have a number on it. Yours still had the stub attached to it. Or, no, that's right. The guard had torn it off and handed it to you. Yours didn't have the stub attached to it, as expected. However, it didn't match the number of that item. So I know it didn't belong to you. But it did make me curious. One, that y'all were curious about it in the first place. And two, because you showed so much interest in it, I want to know. So maybe break a rule. I checked this out, tracked it down. I know who that used to belong to. Or at least who checked it in.
Is that right?
Ned will nod slowly as they pull out a piece of paper and they start writing this down for you. It was old man Midshaver. Done what came through and put that in there. Don't see much of him around his parts anymore. He's getting on in years, but they've got, and I say they because it's him and his daughter, Alicia. They got a place just on the outskirts edge of town. Now you want to go talk to them, you can go talk to them and ask about them, see if they can, if this is something you're interested in, you see if they ask them for it. But I want you to, for the most part, until and if you need to retrieve it, leave us out of it. Leave Rakan. Also, I don't know what happened, but Rakan, he seems distraught. Something's bothering the boy. I don't know what happened.
Well, he did seem overworked. Or underworked. One way or the other. Bored. Maybe it's finally gotten to him. He needs a night off. I'll talk to him.
Because I trust y'all. And you did such a fine job. Here. And he'll slide the information over. That's names. That's the location of the home. You can go out and talk to them. And that's the serial number. They should have the stub for it. So hopefully they remember what it is if by identifying of that.
Thank you very much for this. The attempt was also a bit of a confidence boost. In that, if this were to have worked, yes, if it were to have worked, then it would be a major security breach. An easily accomplished one. So good that you do have safeguards in place. Anonymous or not, you have some sort of accountability.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it. I'm not proud of it. Don't let people be thinking I'm responsible or nothing.
I wouldn't dream of it.
I'm just here to make my money.
And with our help, with your signing of the agreement, the trade agreement, your participation in the trade agreement, then that money will indeed be made. You'll be making it hand over claw.
Ah! Well, here's hoping. Thank y'all again.
Thank you.
And, get out of my office.
Happily. Have a good evening.
And he just, grunts very dismissively, just waves you away as he goes back to doing whatever paperwork he was up to.
If I remember well, that house right there was a pastry shop, right?
Yeah, it was a pastry shop.
Big good and all that.
Well, that's good to
Does it look like it's still open?
It looks like it's closed.
Also, yo Ned, do you need an expansion on the size of the vault? I have a trowel.
Bellamy will walk away disappointed when she sees that it's closed.
Well, I've got a name here.
Once Dove steps out of the building, Yozora's eyes return to normal because they watched and listened to the entire conversation via Chibi Susuke.
The Midshapers, evidently, were the ones who relinquished that rather fascinating tome. I would be pleased to make their acquaintance.
Bellamy will very enthusiastically nod at that.
I suggest, though, we rest. We do before we go deal with this.
Yes.
Get ourselves at our best, and looks over in the general direction of Wither. Lick our wounds.
Let's have a little breather, a little drink or something, and I think I have a bunny to talk to.
This one wonders, what other disruption were we informed of, and which one could we get to the fastest?
We were informed that we also had to get to the cave over on general area over that way, and that at this point Yozora just sighs. The Fey Enclave, or the Fey Settlement, also wants to talk to us.
Above the table, wasn't there a third?
Yeah, well.
We're at the other one because we took care of.
Yeah,
we,
but
from the original set, we had the farm that needed wood, which we took care of by taking care of the Oni, and so there's that. We
This
stalled
one-
out the Fae, and that was all we only got those 3 taken care of.
This one is anxious to visit Shimpo and encourage further cooperation if possible.
Ugh, that makes me rather anxious as well.
Yozora has already very clearly made their thoughts on this very obvious.
You work this out. I have a date, I think.
I still say that if we can, we should leave if we have enough. Actually, that's a question. Above the table, I know we're getting ready to probably go check on this Mid-Shaper farm, because stuff for Dove. But how much time do we have before we run out of it, basically?
It's 10.
And I feel like we did this fairly quickly. This being dealing with the bandits. And we had, 3 days to a week before anything serious was on the horizon? Right? Question
That
mark
is
at
your
the end of that?
best. That is the best estimate you could come up with. Yes.
Okay.
So, assuming everything takes about a day to take care of, counting travel time and again what we gotta deal with over there, just as vaguely again in the direction Dove went, we should
So-
be able to get that taken care of.
Okay. So we split the party.
I made no. If we do that, that's on your head. I'm not making that suggestion. Not again. Yozora's
Don't
learned their
split the
lesson.
party.
Sounds good.
Well,
We'll
I mean,
split the bunny.
if the midshaper thing is close by, I say we get to that first, and then we rush to Shimpo because I really want to deal with Shimpo and try to soothe everything.
Yeah,
I
good.
think
You're gonna get this ring
above
back
the
before
table,
that.
I think it.
Yeah.
I think above the table, I think it might be good if me and One Who Leans went for the book while Zelda went for his little date.
I don't think that's gonna work. For as much
No,
as we all want to
we're not getting the book.
Yeah, as much as we want to have a conversation with Ned, I don't think this is going to be a good idea. And we need to look at the greater whole. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
we need the resources from this town for the upcoming whatever the hell's about to come slamming
Yeah.
into our defenses.
And as far
Also,
as the book is concerned, we're only getting it if we can produce the stub.
and technically, the whole thing with the book and the stub and everything like that, it's completely tied to Dove, anyways. So he would be the one that
I mean,
because he's got the information for it.
it's Dove that got the info, but I think it's relevant to everybody.
So my vote for this is for what's going on here is we all take a short rest during the because I think I'm the only one that casts any actual spells, but minus One Who Leans is druid shifting, and I don't recall if that's a short rest or if that's a long rest for getting the shape shifting back. But we take a short rest, we lick our wounds, we get ourselves back to healthy, let Dove have his date, and we'll see what happens there. And because is it Mog? Is it evening time now?
It is.
Okay. So if
Honestly,
are-
we should just do a long rest because I think didn't One Who Leans use his short rest already, anyways? when we were doing our investigation.
It's not a finite resource, I don't think.
Also, for long rest, we can usually take those in between locations, thanks to the travel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is that we do like the short rest, get as much of our resources back as possible. We go handle the mid shapers, and pray that doesn't end up as us somehow dealing with Beelzebub or something, or bringing Pandemonius here way the hell early. And then we start making our way to the next stop. We got ideas on how to deal with that anyways, which include the long rest and travel.
Sounds good.
Yeah, just a short rest while Dove is doing his thing, and then
Yeah. And also Wither, I think the finite resource you were thinking about was the hit dice attached to the rests.
I think that's true because he used because it was something about the ritual that he did, if I remember, and it took a long rest to do that. I think, or a short rest to do that.
no, it was changing my prepared spells.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Never mind.
So I'm going to be honest, since I don't know anything about the druid subclass off the top of my head, because it's not what I've been researching. How long does it take for you to get your wild shape back?
Short rest.
Oh, okay. So I think we
Short rest while the date happens, and then we go to see the mix shapers, and then we're on our way.
I think that would come down to the only resource we don't get back would be my calm emotion
Yeah,
spell, I guess.
yes,
We're good.
I think.
Rest play on the whole thing.
Yep, and we can always, and we probably won't need that for. Hopefully, we won't need it for the mid shapers. We could always do a long rest to our next destination, basically.
Although we
Yes.
still have most of our resources.
Yes.
Dove,
Yes.
as you step inside, you recognize, of course, Tiff, who is currently eating and reading a book. You recognize, of course, your friend from the bank, who tries their best to hide in their mug of ale.
Aw.
And at the bar, you see Rokin, who is looking a little distraught.
Mhm.
Also behind the bar, there's a friendly, very stout, very solid looking individual who just looks up at you, gives you a nod as you enter, grins.
Evening.
Evening, welcome in.
Oh, a cozy place. I like it.
Thank you.
Very intimate.
We do try. Can I get you something?
Alexander.
Please. What's on tap? Something strong.
Yeah. As far as on tap and strong, well, I think the best I can do for you is just some sort of ale. We've got something that looks like it came in from out south.
You have my interest, all right. I'll take some of that. And something mild and sweet for my little friend here.
He'll look up at Rokin, who rolls their eyes and shakes their head. I'll bring a drink and I'll bring something. Good luck. And they'll disappear through a door.
Thank you. Ken. Oh. You look troubled. You're off your shift. Shouldn't you be relaxing somehow?
Yeah, hopefully I get a chance to. I'm just, worried. I seem to have lost something a little bit important to me, and so I'm just a little upset about it.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That seems to be going around lately. Things just disappearing, or banks being robbed. quite the ordeal. We've figured that out, by the way. We've reclaimed the stolen treasure and handled the bandits. It was quite amicable, actually. We do try to do things in a friendly fashion, non-violently. You understand. So, many of the bandits who were working all together in this job to wrong your proprietor's establishment. We may be bringing them over to work for us in the near future. Now, I sort of like tease my lapel, like tease my my jacket lining for a second. Well, that brings to mind something you said. Something about wanting more, wanting to get away. See more of the world. What if we were to offer you an opportunity to be employed with us? You could leave this quaint little burg. Not have the dull day in, day out.
You
Work a
see
day
him
schedule with Ned,
almost
especially.
wither visibly as you go on and you start mentioning these possibilities. Finally, he shakes his head. There's no way I could do it now. Not until I found what I lost. I have to find it. It could be trouble if I don't.
Trouble? Oh, what is this thing you're missing? That's so dire and important.
It's just a thing that that I really liked. It fascinated me. It was like, like a Lucky Charm kind of thing,
Oh, a charm? Was it from somebody important to you? I know that can be heartbreaking to lose such a thing. If someone dear to you gives it to you, and you just
Make me
lose
an
that
insight.
connection.
Can you smell that bullshit? Oh yeah, fresh.
Yum yum. I mean, yuck.
That's some good bullshit.
I was just like, we did give Dove that one ring, right?
We have the yeah.
Yes.
And what else does it?
One to roll them all.
So advantage on insight and a lot of stuff here, and also the subtle tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Stacking bonus to skill checks up to 5 is consumed every time I make an insight check.
Yep. So you get a +1. Basically, after doing this, you'll have a +1 to whatever your next skill check is. Okay.
Very good.
Good thing it wasn't that one.
Oh yeah.
He looks nervous and even a little bit embarrassed as he continues to shake his head. No, it's something like that. It wasn't exactly given to me.
Oh, did you steal it, you naughty little thing?
No, I haven't. I didn't even do anything with it. Well, until I lost it, of course. But I didn't steal it. Technically.
Technically, oh, you naughty thing. You're so frazzled. Oh, we need those drinks. I'll wait for those to show up for a moment. Where are those drinks? I need something to soothe your nerves. In fact, I'll reach into my other pocket. I'll bring out a little flask, and I have that lovely little like peach schnapps sort of thing. In fact, one sip. And I let the nozzle kind of linger on my lip in a little sensual fashion. Sip.
No, thanks. He will lift a mug that is sitting in front of him. It seems he has been nursing something for some time.
Does it look strong? Does it smell strong?
No, it looks pretty just standard, whatever.
Like a
Like Coors Light of
But
this world.
I was just gonna
basically.
be Bud Light, but
yeah,
oh, it's worse.
but yeah,
Okay. Mm. Yeah, the domestic light beer.
yeah, the domestic light. That's what it is.
Oh. Oh.
The horse beer.
Oh, sweetie, you could do better than that. Oh, but don't worry. The next round will be on me. And I take out his coin. And I plant it on the bar with my finger firmly on it. Where did you get this?
He freezes. Make me another insight. So it's technically a 26, and you've got another +1 to the next one.
Oh my god.
You have seen someone scared out of their mind before, and that's exactly what he looks like now. Very much like he's going to attempt to bolt through a window and out of here as fast as possible.
Rabbit.
Where did you?
Calm yourself.
How did you?
It has come to our attention that the bandits had an informant.
Well, it wasn't me.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Do I believe him?
I mean, we know who the informant was.
If you want, make another insight.
We do. We do know that, but he doesn't know we know that. So, if there were more, or if I can just make him sweat a little.
He's definitely sweating a little, but there's no deception in his words. He was not an informant,
That's
at
good.
least as far as he believes.
I didn't want to be disappointed in my sweet little bunny. Good. I know. I know it wasn't you. We found out who it was. But where did you get this? This is a
He looks around.
powerful artifact. Very, very powerful.
He looks around, hoping no one is paying attention. Luckily, our friend the guard is still trying to hide from Dove after his failure.
Oh.
And Tiff is still absorbed in her book.
Thank goodness.
It was in the vault. Someone brought it, dropped it off, and we got to talking, and they said it was powerful and could deliver you to somewhere that you could forge your own fate. Or something. I forget what they said exactly, but they said something about it being able to help you escape and put you somewhere where you can make the future your own.
Fascinating. Our very studious arcane individual has corroborated exactly that. It is very powerful. It could take you, as far as we know, anywhere. It's unclear exactly where. I swirl it around on the bar. It's unclear exactly where.
I don't know exactly where either, but I know you activate it by flipping it like a coin.
I was so close to doing exactly that. Because Dove was rolling it over his fingers.
Mm-hmm.
He was
That's why I've been
so
very
close.
specifically asking you what you've been doing with it.
Oh my
just making sure I
god.
didn't. Me just flipping it over like I was examining it.
You have to
Did not count, right?
Didn't count. This is very much you put it on your thumb, flip it like you would a coin at a coin toss.
Okay. Phew.
Wow. You would leave your fate to chance, to a coin toss like that. There's something romantic about that, isn't there? I'll begin to slide it towards his direction. If he makes a move for it, I'll just slide it right back. Would you do it? Why haven't you?
Because I wasn't sure if I wanted to yet.
Hmm.
But I have thought about it a lot. And why not? Why not a coin toss? To see what I can do with fate.
You do have a bold streak, don't you?
I don't know, I haven't done it yet.
You still have a chance. Take your time. Think on it. And swirl it. And I keep swirling it on the bar. For now, let's share a drink and talk a little.
The door will open, and the barkeep will return, setting down a mug in front of you, and putting down a plate that has like fruits, some like dried fruits, some fresh fruits, and a couple of what look to be like small candy. And we'll put it so that it's between the two of you. Is there anything else you need?
Yo, heads or tails?
Shit. A couple of shots, if you would. Something brisk, bright. Something celebratory. Yes, one for me and my good friend here. He's a little ball of nerves today and needs to loosen up. Don't you, Rockin?
He will look over at Rokin, and Rokin will slowly nod and you know, give like a reassuring glance towards Ransden, who will, well, see what I can rustle up for you then.
Thank you so much.
And he'll return once more.
I'll take a couple of strawberries. I'll pop one in my mouth. Now, and I'll direct one towards his lips. Now, relax, relax. I can tell you're still so terrified, little bunny. Don't worry. It's quite frankly none of my business what stays in or out of that vault, except, and I'll give him the cherry, the strawberry. There is an item in there that does have great interest to me. You see, I am just ever so thirsty for information of an infernal nature, of an undead nature, of the things that go bump in the night. I want to know, oh, so much. There's a book in there. I don't know exactly how you lifted this item from the vault under Ned's ever so watchful eye, but don't worry. I wouldn't ask you to do something so risky for little old me. What I would like, if it is possible, is for you to go about your business, go back to work. We are going to go speak with the Midshapers. We have business with them. We're going to see what they know about such a thing. And we're going to return at some point in the coming days, a week, or even sooner than that. We'll have to see. But I would like your help. If it is possible to acquire that book from that vault, I would love for you to smooth the process over. If you were to be presented with a stub of some kind, if you were to be presented with documentation, maybe look the other way if something's amiss.
Rookin smirks and shakes his head a little bit bemusedly as he glances over at Dove. I figured that was you that tried to get any gestures like with his head behind you towards the guard. try to get a fast one pulled there.
Yes, of course. Never send a himbo to do a professional's job.
Well, a couple of things. One, I don't know if I'd mess with that book. That thing gives me the creeps. There's something about it that I don't like it. Second, Midshaper. And he looks a little nervous as he glances around again. I didn't get it from her, but Alicia, Midshaper, she's the one that... And he gestures towards the coin. She's the one that put it in there and told me about it.
I see. I would like to return this to you. Not right now. But rest assured, I can see this back into your hot little hand. When our business is concluded, the Midshapers, when our business is concluded for the next several days, I would like to come back, see what we can do about this book. And this can be yours again. Until then, no one has to know.
Yeah, that seems good. No one has to know. And I'll think about it.
Please
I still
do.
don't know if I'm going to help, but I'll think about it.
Consider it. You have time. And also, once this is safely back in your possession, the offer still stands. You could come work with us. I, for one, would love to see more of you.
That I'll really consider. What would I do?
Well, hopefully not steal from us. But what are you good at? Accounting.
Accounting, clerical work, tracking ledgers.
There is always a need for that. But if you're looking for something more exciting, then I'll take his hand. And I will slap a dried peach into it. Then fate is in your hands.
Yeah, it really was.
It still can be. Is what I mean. You come to work for us. You can change things. Change your path. Enjoy yourself a bit more. As I lean in and sort of whisper that into his long ear. Enjoy yourself. Find adventure. Pleasure.
The door opens to the kitchen area once more. Ranson comes out, sets a couple of shot glasses down. He's laughing and just, I've got a good one for you. We actually had an old bottle of some dwarvish whiskey back then. You're gonna like this one.
Oh, that'll be
pour a couple
bracing.
of shots, slide them across to each of you.
Wonderful. Well then, to a job well done. I place it in front of him. And to new beginnings. With new friends. Cheers, my little rabbit.
I like that. I'll drink to that too. And Ranson will drink straight
Cheers.
from the bottle as Rookin seems to nod and grabs his shot and downs it quickly.
I'll say in
Burn.
Dwarvish. Oh, it reaches deep.
Rookin is just coughing and patting their chest.
As he's sputtering and the burn is still on my lips. I take his chin and steal a kiss. I just. Bracing.
He reacts for a moment, surprised.
Really takes your breath away, doesn't it?
Ranson is laughing. Does not seem to have a reaction to the whiskey. Just
Ooh.
rolls with it.
That guy. Oh, he is a solid man.
Wow.
Thank you very much, my good sir. How much? Oh, it doesn't matter, I'm sure. I'll place 2 gold down on the counter.
Rokin is just still sitting there, sputtering, trying to recover.
Would you like to retire somewhere quieter? Have a little more of a breather. Look like you could use one. Perhaps I could help you relax. So high-strung. And I would like to use seductive gaze on him.
I thought he was like that. Oh, you mean the stare?
Teehee. Which I made into an action. Actually, not yet. I want to clock him first. I want to see how he is reacting to my flirtations. Is he still so high-strung that he is... Oh.
He wasn't able to hear, so
Oh,
he's
okay.
he put it in OC.
It was too hot. The DM died.
Oh, it's too sexy. Oh, I see.
Hello?
Hello, hi.
Hello.
What was
Welcome back.
what was the last thing you heard?
Hey,
The kiss.
Oh,
Rokin had reacted surprised, but had not rejected it.
okay.
And Ransden had laughed boisterously,
Okay.
unaffected, it seems, by the...
Okay. I popped down 2 gold onto the counter for Ransden for the drinks, and it's clearly overpaying, but
Mhm.
I'm fucking rich, so
Yeah, we can afford it.
yeah. I just plopped down 2 because that's the kind of money you throw around that goes far in a tavern, but it doesn't even begin to make a dent in an adventurer's wallet.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I just plunked down 2 gold for those, and I say to Roken, well, I guess I want to clock his reaction, his demeanor right now. No, I wanted to say, would you like to retire somewhere quieter for a little while? You look like you could use a breather. You are still so high-strung. I'm sure I could help you relax. And I want to clock his reaction to my flirtations before I go doing anything drastic.
He sits up a little bit and wraps his hand around the other drink that he's had and seems to consider it for a moment before... Perhaps on a better day. It has been a strange, stressful, crazy day, and I do not believe myself capable of making good decisions at the moment.
Oh. Oh. That is quite understandable. Very high stress. We wouldn't want you to do anything you would regret, would we?
I am a little frazzled. But I did not dislike it.
I'm glad. If you'd like some company for a little while, I won't be on my way immediately. But giving my companions some time to cool their heels. It's nice to have some leisure time I could spend with you before we head out to deal with. If you're feeling up to a discussion, tell me about the Midshapers, would you?
I've only ever really met Old Man Midshaper a few times. He doesn't come into town very often anymore. I see him every once in a while, but actually meeting and talking to him, I could count those times on one hand. And it's not very often, like I said. Alicia, I see a lot more. He pauses for a moment as he considers, and then just shrugs his shoulder as he just accepts, like, I guess this is what it is. I believe she's his daughter, perhaps granddaughter, it's hard to tell. But they moved here before even I was born. The two of them. I think she was younger than, I don't know. I wasn't here, obviously. But they've been here for some time. They live on the outskirts of town. They don't really interact much. They do a lot of their own hunting, foraging. They have their own small plot where they grow their food. Keep mostly to themselves.
Are they human? Elves?
Think so. What's an elf?
Oh. You really haven't been around, have you? Oh, you have so much more to learn. So much adventure to be had. Well,
What's an elf? It's forge fodder.
how dare. I'm some fraction of elf. I don't really know anymore. They have ears much longer than mine. Not quite as long as yours.
Oh, like the Genasi. Okay.
Sometimes.
But yeah, no, they have, normalish looking ears, and he points at like Rand.
But they've been here for decades, and you can't tell if daughter or granddaughter. Do they look in advanced age?
Old man, Midshaper does. Yeah, he's got, a lot of gray hair, wrinkles, big old gray bushy beard.
Had to win the name somehow.
But Alicia, she looks like Alicia.
Older than me?
Roken gives you a bit of a scrutinizing glance for a moment before, yeah, I'd say she looks a little bit older than you, yeah.
But not by much. And yet it sounds like they've been here for at least 3 decades. Can I estimate how old Roken looks?
That was a good guess. Late 20s, early 30s.
Okay.
I was picturing the scene, but with one who leans older than this one. I have no fucking idea.
Dev has the privilege of looking young, despite his actual age.
Well preserved.
Yep. Yep.
For a Malda.
Interesting.
But yeah, they're friendly enough, they're willing to talk to you. They'll give you a wave or something if they notice you. Alicia's shared before, jerky and stuff, and every once in a while, like if they get a really good return on their crops, she'll share something.
Do they take to visitors, particularly at a late hour?
You know what? I don't know. I don't think I've ever gone visiting them. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually been to their place, but I mean, I suppose if you're friendly, why wouldn't they, right?
Of course. And I am nothing but friendly. Wouldn't you say?
I would say you are at least above average in the friendly category, yeah.
Ah, above average. Oh, you flatterer. Oh, but enough business talk. Tell me about a book you've read. Tell me a little bit more. It's nice to get your mind off of the hardships of the day, and I'll pretty much just make small talk with him for another little while, just a little bit.
So while that's all been going on, everyone out here, I believe, was taking a short rest. Is anybody doing anything while you're resting up?
I'm just resting up against the tree, taking a quick nap.
Yeah. And whether you're
I
just hanging
would-
out in the tree, are you napping?
I'm napping. Well, I'm checking to see if I can find any more daggers. First off, and
You have not found any more daggers.
And basically just kind of looking for wounds or anything like that, and kind of inspecting since I hadn't had the chance to check to kind of notice that my fur was different because of all the care that Yozora took while we were on our way here. So, because
I look good. What happened?
Yeah, well, not necessarily like that, but you know what
Hey,
I mean.
take
Just
a
kind
moment,
of like
man. Check
just
yourself
like-
out.
And Witter, don't bother trying to find the dagger. Let them come to you.
yeah, sure. But yeah, he's just kind of really of just reflecting on what he had heard before that even as well, to where it still hadn't really kind of hit fully, I guess. But he's just kind of reflecting on what
Oh,
Pani
sorry, I
had
missed your
mentioned to
lunch.
him.
Break.
And then one who leans, are you doing
Oh, Miss
anything
Nature.
else?
Yes, for my short
Oh,
rest, I
double
would love to give a knock to the herbalist's door and try to strike up a conversation.
Mhm.
You knock on the door. The individual from inside replies, "Are you here for business? What can I help you with?"
This one greets you. It is one who leans. It would discuss with you recent events.
No, thank you. We're closed.
If you so desire, it will leave. However, this one would present you with an opportunity.
We're gonna bleed this town dry.
The door opens just a few inches, and you can see Lindsay peering out at you. What kind of opportunity?
Huh? I feel like
Well, this
the
one
orientation
had
room is
a
changing.
conversation
so?
with Delazu and resolved the situation. And seeing as all the stolen goods were returned and no
Maybe my
casualties were occurred
yes. It's because
during this incident,
it's capturing my Discord,
it sees no need to mention your
so it's flipped.
involvement to anyone regarding those events. And as for the opportunity it speaks of,
Because on my own window, it treats
This
it
one's-
as a mirror.
organization could use the expertise of one
But this is
well
my right
versed
hand.
with herbology,
Mhm.
while fingers will not be pointed at you here. It must inform you that rumors of your involvement were spread from this place. Perhaps new scenery will see your future developed more prosperously.
And if I want to think on it, how can I get a hold of you?
That's a good question. This
Good
one,
thing.
this one can be contacted in the town of Banaktu. All know, everyone knows this one's there.
There's a couple of moments of quiet before she finally nods. Bonnick 2. I'll remember it and I'll think on it. And she will shut the door.
A good evening to you.
And Yazora, is there anything else you're doing while you're taking a rest?
At this point, unless this town has a library, which I don't think it does, Yozora's just keeping an eye on everybody to the best of their ability.
Alright, everybody can take short rests. Including Dove, who's not doing anything, strenuous or anything. Yet. Giggity.
Giggity giggity goo.
I'm gonna redo that because I clicked too fast and I wanna use one of my dice to recover.
Go ahead. Yeah, if you just went through and you want to spend some hit die, go ahead and do it again. And yeah, Zora, if you want to take a short rest, go ahead.
Yeah, again, I didn't really do much, but it's there and I'm not doing anything.
Mm-hmm. You recovered spell slots on a short rest.
Unless I've missed my guess, the only thing I used was my at-will spell of Calm Emotions. That whole thing. Oh wait, I also used Hex. I used a Hex, so never mind, I do have that.
Thank you.
Okay.
You know, to be honest, the only thing I used was my Profane Transformation, and I got that back. By drinking a
Yeah,
guy.
I did mention we still have most of our resources.
Mhm.
I did end up using up most of one of Elaine's good berries, though.
That's fine.
Perfect.
I will cast it again
Thank you.
when we go to sleep.
And in the meantime, if there's a battle for any reason, well, you got the big good mushroom, and you've got my magic hands.
And I do have my own heal wounds as well if I ever need it as a last resort.
If I can get Roken talking and just talking about something to put him at ease, does his demeanor soften? Does he relax a bit, let the shot kick in, and just become less frazzled?
It does seem that eventually, one, knowing what happened to the item he lost, two, knowing that you're not going to get him in any trouble and you're going to, at least hopefully, keep it safe, and three, the alcohol and all that does eventually work. He does seem to relax a little bit.
Good. Calm the bunny a little bit. Over the course of the conversation, I guess before he starts really getting into it, I do want to ask him if he's ever seen with Alicia's, like, if he's ever seen Alicia's handwriting, basically.
He has. He made a note to recognize it when she filled out the form and deposited the coin.
Okay, it's good to know. Okay, that I'm looking for ways to corroborate a story that I'm concocting.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Great. Yeah. I will flirt and giggle and laugh and oh, that sounds like a wonderful piece of literature. There are many, many bookstores where I'm from. And many people as well. People are my books. I love to read them. Sometimes even in Braille. But if you were to work for us, then you could see exactly what I mean. All sorts, all walks of life, all sorts of motivations and characters and stories behind every set of eyeballs. A beautiful thing, really.
It's certainly tempting. You're making a good case for working with you, yes.
No rush. Take your time, catch your breath, and we'll speak on it later. But for now, alas, I must away to more business.
Of course, I should probably head back home and retire for the evening.
Very well.
Got quite a lot to think about.
Mr. Ransden, if I recall?
Indeed, my friend.
A pleasure enjoying ourselves in your fine little establishment here. Thank you.
You are kind. You are too kind. But I do appreciate those kind words.
Thank you for the service and for the well-bodied ale.
Oh, thank you for having a appreciation for
Oh.
good booze.
Oh, my good sir, I am myself a bartender by trade.
I wondered. You can almost always spot a fellow bartender.
It's something in the air, isn't it? You can just taste it.
It's just the way you carry yourself around the bar. It's like you know. And he runs
It's like a
his
second
hands
home.
over the wood. You know it's got secrets to tell.
Oh. I should like to return here someday in the near future.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Wonderful. And, my dear bunny, I'll take his little paw. I look forward to seeing you again. Rest well. And I will, on my way out, as I just stand up and back towards the door, I flash him a seductive gaze.
He smirks as he watches you. He's just like, just get out of here.
As in this seductive gaze.
I figured.
Yes. I flash to Raken. I give him a little something to remember me by. Oh, he did well. He did very well. Mercifully, it was within the margin, so he did not know that this was magical influence. Oh, I would be so embarrassed. What a faux pas.
Silvery bar.
Oh my god, yeah.
Silvery barbs.
Get
oh
it,
my
Silvery
God.
Barbs. Oh.
I'm not close enough, nor
That'd
would
be
I
so
want
good.
to waste one of my only use for the day.
But,
I
okay.
like Yozora likes Dove, but that's a no.
This
Yeah,
pulsive
Dove, you may absolutely make your way.
energy. On my way out, I give him the gaze. And it looks like it didn't quite take, but if he doesn't respond poorly to it, then that's fine.
He doesn't. He's giving you just this very playful smirk. And he's
Aw.
just waving like, yeah.
I cast my eye to the side. What's Tiff looking like right now? How much of our flirtations did she just soak up like a soap opera?
She seems to be enjoying herself.
Okay. She doesn't seem like she overheard our clandestine conversation, I trust.
No, it does not.
Mercifully.
But she did
She'd have
absolutely
to
know
die.
how close and conversational you were.
Physical. Yeah. Yeah, she can chew on that one for a little while. I'm sure she'll have fun with that.
Give the rumor mill something to talk about while ignoring the actual things you don't want them to know.
Exactly.
And you step outside, you see the rest of your party slowly stirring from their rest, returning from their various activities.
Well, that was a lovely date. I learned quite a bit, actually. This little artifact of ours, this souvenir, shall we call it, seems to have come from the Midshapers. So we have more business, and maybe an inn. Walk with me. I have an idea. Whatever direction. I guess it's to the northwest.
Northwest-ish, yeah.
Or east. Is it along the trail?
It's off the outskirts,
Okay.
towards the northwest of town.
They live to the northwest if we want to head there quite immediately. I have a bit of a plan.
This one does not see a reason to delay.
Wonderful. Here's what I'm thinking. It's coming together. It's coming together as I speak of it. But at least initially, I think we may have something to grease the wheels, as it were. If we claim that among the artifacts recovered from the heist, from the robbery, was in fact this coin, and that we would like their assistance in checking on their other belongings, perhaps. Something along those lines. Something to get them to pay attention and listen, and maybe show some concern for the well-being of their other artifacts. If we claim the coin was stolen and we had recovered it, I have means to implicate without, rather, to corroborate without implicating that I had deduced that it was her handwriting. That way nobody has to be thrown under the proverbial cart as to ratting out the supposedly anonymous. Relinquishing. The pieces are here, I think.
This one is uncertain as to the merit of a deception at this point, as we do have very little information about the Midshapers, other
Well-
than what appears to be their possessions.
Well, they are well liked amongst the town. Well liked enough. Friendly. At least Alicia is. Old man Midshaper is hardly seen. At least by our young rabbit friend. Who, I have extended an offer of employment to. He seeks adventure. He seeks something besides working behind the counter of a bank in this less than bustling burg. So, I figured that perhaps he could find such adventure with us. This coin, he was promised. He was told, not promised. He was informed, I suppose through idle conversation with Alicia Midshaper, that it has the capabilities, the possibility of sending one elsewhere to shape their fate with their own hands. To me, sounding like a rather sinister promise, but I could see fit to give this back to our little bunny friend. In a few days' time, after we've dealt with our business. I would love to come back for that book. I'm just thirsty for knowledge. You understand, right, Yozora?
Oh, I quite understand. So, just making sure I'm understanding this. We are going to go have a conversation with the Midshapers.
Yes.
Yes.
Deal with whatever we find there.
I do feel that having some sort of clear reason for business.
This one can't think of a legitimate reason. The recent occurrences involving themselves magical items has raised our scrutiny towards the content of the vault. And as such, inspection of this peculiar tome has been made available by the bank owner. This is reason enough to inquire further about the nature of this item.
That sounds good to me. The less we show of our... I pat my lapel. No, I keep saying lapel. I pat my breast pocket. My inner breast pocket. And just... the less we reveal of our hand, the better, I think.
Indeed. At least until more information is gathered.
Agreed.
In the words of a story I read once, lead on, Macduff.
And that's where we'll call it.
Great!
Yay.
Yay! Ooh! Funny.
Awesome.
Also, coincidentally, this one has also extended an offer of work to our friend there, Herbalist.
Oh, fantastic. Wow. We're really going to plunder the fuck out of this town, aren't we? We should steal their bartender next. Wait, what am I saying? That's my job.
No, I made myself obsolete.
Oh,
It
I could
doesn't hurt
never.
to have an extra hand.
No, of course. They could never have too many bartenders.
The mystery deepens.
Oh, yes. Oh, this is good. This is good. Yeah, there's no fucking way Dub's gonna let that book go.
Who are the mid-shapers? And yeah, no. There are people who have come across a coin like this before, and they have been watching, and they have been waiting for you to just flip it. As was done.
I was so close to doing it just because of I was doing the surgeon roll.
Yeah, when you started rolling it along the backs of your hands, I was like, technically not a flip,
Not
but
a
that's
flip.
real close.
Not quite a flip.
That
but
was-
yeah.
The whole time I was picturing it's session 50 something. We're like in the encounter with the will of the Empire, and we're getting our asses kicked, and then Dove just goes like, "Yo, Will, heads or tails," and we bail.
It just,
Peace.
Duff just leaves.
Yeah, I sort of figured that anything magical involving a coin for, activation would require basically flipping it. That seemed to be like the most logical thought process there.
Flipping it, rubbing it, or spending it.
The activation being flipping it. I don't think I would call it logical. I would call it risky as fuck.
Yeah, by its very nature. Like, it is leaving, he says, taking your fate into your hands, but you're leaving your fate to chance. It's a coin flip, my man.
Mhm. The person that created them wanted that to be part of the point, where you have to realize that taking your fate into your own hands does involve you flipping the coin.
Yeah.
The person that invented these very specifically made them the way they are. Because even I was like, so just flipping it, that's what you want? And they were like, yeah, because everyone's going to do it. And I was like, yes, why would you do this to me?
Hey, you came across a group that didn't do that.
So far, actually, no one's have. My biggest fear is that people get it immediately, flip it, and have no idea what happened to themselves. No one that's come across them has flipped them ever.
Gotta love a good magic item that acts as trap.
Speaking of traps and whatnot, just because it came up earlier, but I didn't want to interrupt what Dove was doing. My chat quipped that, well, A, calling Dove a whore. But that...
Hi, that's me.
Yes, and I went, you're the embodiment of the, Dove's the embodiment of the horny bard meme, but not being a bard.
Oh, don't worry, guys. My bard is literally a whore.
But anyways, right after Ironmog had their connection issue there, I got one of my chat quipped, player uses flirt, it's super effective, DM faints.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dove was in the middle of his tip of all the flirting, so I didn't want to bring it up then.
But as far as
You're pretty good at it.
We're
far as
really not a typical party.
I mean, is there such a thing?
Mm.
But as far as screwy magical items go, I saw a cursed one that I really liked. It's the Pebble of Obnoxiousness.
Mm.
It's a pebble, and if you it looks precious, but if you put it in your bag, it's cursed to remain in there. You can't like pull it out, and every day it weighs 1 pound more.
Jesus.
That one gets mean.
Wow, this is great. I had a wonderful time getting tons and tons of loot and having a date with a bunny, a date with a frazzled bunny. Oh, just having him at such a disadvantage. It's such a fun power play for an evil character. Just he's got him right where he wants him.
Yeah, thank you all for playing. I hope you had
So
some
good.
fun. Got some cool
Yeah.
loot today. Solved some
Yeah.
problems. Met some people. Found out there might be more going on, and got a whole new mystery to investigate.
We're probably going to about to cause more problems next session.
We'll see.
Not if I have anything to mushroom about it.
Yeah. Yeah, let's hope so. Yeah, you're gonna get the ring back before we get there.
But yeah, we'll be back at it next week.
Wonderful. So for now, let's go send you all to Sconebone Video. I like Scone. He's a good guy. He's he's a sweetie. My metric, the way I gauge character of my fellow streamers is how readily and quickly they put up with perverts and sluts like me. So he's really sweet, and he always laughs at my flirtations. So that's nice. That's great, and I am appreciative of that. So let's show him some appreciation by sending us all over there. Give him a ride on that meat train. With the Slapjagasm. And if you don't have Slapjagasm, fuck. But give him an Gasmy Gox. What's a gasm between friends after all?
My chat just clocked because you said it that Dove is actually an evil character.
Yeah.
Anyways, on my
It's
end,
a lot of
I'm sending my chat over to Ari Buns, who is doing Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Borderlands, but Dungeons and Dragons. Anyways, thank you all for watching. If you like the content, please consider following. If you really like it, please consider spreading the word. I'm trying to get going here on Twitch, and every little bit helps. And yeah, thank you all for tuning into my reality, and let's send the love over to Ari Buns' reality. Johnny.
I'll see you all next time. Until then, stay easy. Sparkle.
Hell yeah. Good shit. Thank you all again for playing.